everybody. How is everyone doing this evening? Welcome in on this Saturday evening. You see who has made it in here. Alicia says, good evening and blessings to everyone listening while on my way home from a baby shower so I can watch you on the TV. Well, please drive careful, sweetheart. Our Coop, hello, baby doll, and thank you for the hearts and welcome in. Sandra says, Amari, come here. Good evening, still classy and friends. Good evening. Amari. Sorry, guys. Sandra says, good evening, still classy. Good evening, baby doll. Saberna says, never mind, nothing was showing up. It is now. Saberna said, hello, Miss Classy and the rest of the basket making community. Hello and welcome in. Hey, Charlie Shops, welcome in, baby doll. She said, hey, Miss Classy in chat. Okay. And then that just took off. Okay. Hey, Shamika. She said, good evening, still classy and ladies. Good evening, and thank you for the hearts, baby. Ladom said, hey, still classy in chat. Hey, baby doll, welcome. Hey, Driven. How are you doing, baby? Hadn't talked to you in forever. Good evening. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. We are working on it, Driven. Linda Smith said, hello, classy and everyone. Please stay warm. It's cold in Georgia. I think it's a little bit cold everywhere, but I'm not complaining because it had went up to 80 something degrees before, and I wasn't crazy about that. Not in the winter time. Linda Smith says, hello, classy. Oh, I just read that one. Pamela said, hey, classy and everyone. Hey, Pamela, welcome in, sweetheart. Sherika said, good evening, still classy and everyone. Good evening. How are you doing? Ebony Rose says, good evening, still classy and everyone. Nicole says, hello, and hello, Ebony. Hello, Nicole. Thank you for the hearts, Driven. Auntie's Gifts and More said, hello, everyone. Hello, sweetheart, and welcome. Andrea Mason, the Queen Court, says, hey, still classy, and all the beautiful basket making queens. Hello, baby. Thank you for the hearts. Hey, Maria. Good evening, still classy, and everyone. She says, welcome in, Maria. Okay. And you took off again. Driven says, I'm listening, but busy in the background. All right, sweetheart. Vanita said, hey, still classy. Hey, Vanita, welcome in, baby doll. Miss Sally says, good evening, still classy. Good evening, sweetheart. Cheryl said, hello, still classy. Hey, darling, welcome in. Wrapped and ready. Hey, darling. Guys, real quick before I forget, because y'all know my attention span is just that short. But wrapped and ready, as you see how it's spelled, ready is W-R-E-A-D-Y. She's a new YouTube. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to say new to designing because I don't know that to be true, but I do know she's trying to get her channel up, and she has very few subscribers. And y'all know how we love to show love to people that are coming on, making baskets, and trying to get into the community. So if y'all could take a time to go and take a look at Wrapped and Ready, Wrapped and W-R-E-A-D-Y. You see her in the chat right there. And go and visit her channel, guys. She's doing some really pretty things right now, and we need to get her subscribers up as well. I appreciate that, y'all. And as y'all are popping in, if y'all could take the time to hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed, take a second and hit that subscribe button. I do come on normally every Saturday at 7 Eastern, and we would love to have you as part of the community in here. Olympia Games said, hello, still classy and everyone. Hello, Olympia, and welcome. Rosebird says, hey, Deb and chat, blessings all. Thank you, baby, and welcome in. Blessed and highly favored. Retracted. Let me see. And then, okay, that just took off. I don't know where that went to. Okay, there we go. Brenda said, hello, still classy. Hey, Brenda, welcome in, baby. Tandra said, Hey, still classy and everyone. Hello, darling. Welcome. Tonda, not Tondra, Tonda Bert. Creative Couture says, hey, hey, fellow basket makers. Hey, sweetheart, welcome. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate that. Princess J said, good evening, still classy and all viewers. Happy Saturday. Hello to you, Princess J. Courtney says, hello, everyone. Hello. T3, T3. God, you told me last time what it was, too. T3Ds. Hello, still classy and everyone. Lady J said, hello, still classy and everyone. Devlin says, hello, everyone. Hello. Sweet Tea says, hey, still classy in chat. Hey, darling, welcome in. Hey, Monique, welcome in, sweetheart, and thank you for the hearts. Rosebird says, hey, Driven. Robbie said, hey, Miss Classy, and thumbs up. Thank you, baby doll. Hey, KOK, how are you, baby doll? Welcome in, and thank you for the hearts. Gifts of Love by Lasagna said, hey, love, it's been a while. I pray everyone had a great holiday season. Welcome in, baby. I think everybody has had most. Hey, Sonia, how are you, darling? Welcome in. Hey, Jeanette, she said, hello, still classy in chat and family. Scrap Girl in Blue, good evening, sweetheart. Blessed and highly favored says, good evening, still classy and everyone. Good evening, right back at you. Wrapped and Ready said, yes, yes, yes. Y'all take the time and subscribe to her. I know she'd appreciate it. Twin Key said, hey, classy. Hey, baby doll, welcome in. Sabrina said, hello, still classy and everyone. Hello, Sabrina. Blessed and highly favored started to type something and must have hit the enter button. I know how that is. T3Ds. I'm trying to grow my channel too. Please. Okay, y'all. You heard that. You see her right there. She would love to have some support as well. All of y'all need to really subscribe to each other. But yes, definitely let us know if you're trying to up and grow your channel and you're at the very beginning of it. Sandra said, hello, still classy and friends. Hello, baby doll, and welcome. Scrap Girl in Blue says, good evening, everyone. Hello. Hey, Basket Case, welcome in, beautiful. How are you? She said, got my eyes on y'all. Y'all, I hope y'all aren't going to be too disappointed tonight because I hate to let you know, but I was down all week. I didn't make not one basket. So we're going to kind of be going over some little grab and goes. You know, that's all I could come up with right now because I did want to come on and at least say hey to you guys. But yeah, I've had a few little physical ailments that's trying to keep me from being in here making baskets. So I've kind of been just relaxing and resting and trying to get my strength back, y'all. So just be patient with me, and I will just do what I can to show you a little something tonight. But like I said, I didn't make any actual baskets. I did what I could do from my chair, which was blow out these roses and throw them in a sleeve and tie them up. So that was something that I could do downstairs without moving around too much. And so that's what I did. I needed to do it anyway, but I surely wouldn't have taken a week to do it. I can tell you that right now. And I know we're on crunch time. So taking a week off right now during crunch time is not a very good thing to do, but you have to listen to your body and do what it tells you to do, right? So it'll get done. We'll get it together and we'll get done what we need to have done by the time it's supposed to be there. So that's kind of where I'm at tonight. Let me see. I'm a newbie to YouTube too. Just started sitting on my channel. I've been designing gifts for about 2 years now. Okay, blessed and highly favored. I don't know why I thought that you were an actual. I'm gonna have to go and check this out. See, I'll go back and look at these. I mean, I know I'm subscribed already, but y'all know I don't get notifications a lot. So if y'all are posting, I'm not seeing it unless you tag me in it, and then I normally can see it. But blessed and highly favored 26 is also would love your support. Flossie all occasions. Hey, baby doll. She said, hey, everybody. Charlie said, subscribe. Thank you, Charlie. Aretha said, hey, still classy. Hey, darling, how are you? Wrapped and Ready said, love everyone and their channels. Yes, there's some fabulous people on here for sure. Wonderful community. KB said, hey, still classy and friends. Hey, KB. Crystal said, hey, still classy and everyone. Hey, baby. Falonda said, hello, still classy and everyone. Falonda, I heard S. Marie talking about you on Pinterest today. Is it your regular name that's on Pinterest? Is it Falonda Designs Gift Baskets? Is that the same thing? I was going to go look because not S. Marie, Rachel. Rachel said that she's been seeing some of your fabulous stuff on Pinterest, and I wanted to go take a look, so I want to make sure I know how to find it. Rochelle said, good evening, still classy and everyone. Hey, Rochelle, welcome in, sweetheart. KOK said, hey, Rosebird. Angel said, greetings, still classy and friends. Greetings right back at you, darling. Rosie said, bless classy and family. Hey, darling. Izola said, hey, everyone. Hello. KB23 says, hey, still classy. Hey, darling. And thank you for the leopard print. Paper pencil plate. Hello. I just love watching your work because I'm a newbie and I find myself overthinking. Well, baby, tonight's a perfect night for you because this is going to be very, very basic beginning stuff that absolutely anybody can put together. So this if you're just starting out, or if you're a veteran and you just need some really quick grab and goes, I know on Valentine's Day, guys, we do tend to make more expensive gifts. We all know that they are willing to pay for gifts on Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day and Mother's Day, they will pay. We all know that, okay? And we do, most of us focus more on that. Unless, of course, we're doing it for a child. And we tend to do those, more inexpensive for a child. But we do tend to try to stay, they want more of a upscale basket for Valentine's Day. That's one of the times of the year they want to impress their lady, okay? Or the lady expects to be impressed. So they know they better bring home something with some substance. But there's also a need for smaller grab and goes because even though they may be grabbing a more expensive gift for their wife or their girlfriend, they may want a little inexpensive something to take to a mother-in-law or the girlfriend's mom. You know what I mean? And they're not going to want that to be a substantial gift. So there is a place on the table and a need, for a more smaller kind of grab and go gift for the multiple gifts that they're buying. Maybe they have 3 or 4 daughters and they want to give their daughter something or, something like that. So just don't think that even though I do know that they do want to buy gifts at Valentine's Day, there is a need for more inexpensive ones, for just the ones they don't want to spend that much money on, but they would like to hand somebody, something. So keep that in mind as well. Gifts by Chosen says, Auntie, hey y'all, she says, just peek my head in on my 15. We'll catch the replay as usual. Love you all. Love you back, baby doll. Don't work too hard. Lasagna said, wrapped and ready. I just subbed. Thank you for that. Donuts Craft Shop. Hey, darling. Welcome in. Welcome. Brenda said, hey, everybody. Hey, Brenda Lee. How are you, sweetheart? I got to go look at your channel. I haven't been seeing anything popping up on you, but I don't see it much. So I need to go and make sure I haven't missed anything from you. Blessed and highly favored said, hello, y'all. Hey, darling. Welcome. Sharon said, hey, everyone. Gifts design. Uh-oh. She sure just took off the minute I touched it. Let me see. I don't know where that one just went, y'all. Okay. Let me see. Just T3. LOL. It wouldn't let me do design. You told me that before. And I'm going to forget it every single week. Just T3. God knows you said that last week and I forget every time. I look forward. I love watching you. I look forward to it every week. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. I look forward to y'all coming in every week. Deborah said, because I was sure going to just not come in tonight and ask Sean or Kimberly or somebody to just go on and say something. I said, nah, I'm going on and speaking to y'all. I can show some new people some little quick, easy things and still be able to speak to you guys. I don't always have to have a mountain of gifts to show y'all just to come on. So I decided to come on and speak to all of y'all because I look forward to it as much as y'all do. Um, Gorgeously Dope said, hello, everyone. Blessings to you. Blessings right back at you, baby. TP says, hey, y'all. Hey, Charlie said, subscribe to both. Thank you, Charlie. Creative Couture said, let's get the likes up, y'all. Yes, I can't see them, but please, y'all, take the time to hit that like button. It don't take but a second. If you're on your phone, just double tap your screen and it'll do it for you. If you're on your laptop, y'all know the deal. Y'all know how to get to the likes. But I'd appreciate it. Let me see. Tamika says, hello, everyone. Cooking baskets out yet? I've been seeing beautiful gifts. Cooking baskets? Or are you asking, has anybody did any cooking baskets? Let me see. Hope you feel better. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Hey, Carol, how you doing, darling? I love you right back, baby. Angela said, hey, classy. Hey, darling. Benita said the roses are beautiful, or a beautiful addition, even without the baskets. Oh, absolutely. She said, I'm very impressed. Yeah, I told y'all, I call this my ragged, not Raggedy Ann, Little Red Riding Hood basket. This is what I put the loose leaf roses in. And you can just put a sign right there that says Forever Roses, $7, or Forever Roses, $8, or whatever you want to sell your roses for. Okay. And I will end up putting a large bow up here and probably a big balloon. And then the roses just, they look really pretty in this, y'all. And you can just have that sitting on your table and they grab a single rose or two or three of them or whatever. And you just replenish it as need be. But you can, let me see, something like this. I don't know if y'all would be able to see it or not. I'd try to lift it up. But something like this, just up on the top, put you a nice big bow up here with a nice balloon and have that sitting over there. And you, like I said, have a sign sitting there saying, Forever Roses. Because they do want to just grab, some single roses. I promise you they do, because they definitely did last year. I sold every single one of my single roses that I had made up. But something like that, and it doesn't have to be that kind of basket. It can be any kind of basket. And like I say, just put a nice, pretty bow on it and put your single roses in there. And I promise you, they will be grabbing them. Let me see. Vanita said okay, I read that one. Okay, said, praying you feel better, sweetie. We appreciate you so much. Oh, thank you, baby. And I sure hope I do. I seem to be getting better for sure. So praise God for that. Creative Living said, feel better, still classy. Thank you, baby. Hey, honey, as y'all get older, y'all, I'm telling you, it's not for the weak. It is not for the weak. You can't do the things you used to could do. And I was up in here. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I get up and I'm in here from 5 o'clock on. In between the girls' classes and in here, the girls' classes in here. And it's too much. It's just too much. You can't do something like that when you get up at my age, especially when you already have, issues. So you got to be careful not to do too much. Let me see. You focus on getting better, and thank you for even showing up, because you didn't have to do that. No, I didn't, but y'all don't have to show up every Saturday either, and you do. And I appreciate that as well. LA Gift Solution Design says, and besides, since I started doing my lives, I have not missed one Saturday night. Not one. And that, it just would feel so weird not to at least come on to say, hey. So, let me see. LA Gift Solution says, hello from your number one fan from Canada. Can't wait to see what classy designs you have for us this evening. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Let me see. Lawanzia Henley. I probably Butchered that, didn't I, sweetheart? She says, hello, everyone. Sonia said, take care of yourself first. We understand. I know you do, baby. Denise said, that's fine. Um, Your okay. Girl, you know I don't know my abbreviations on what these words mean. Y'all abbreviate. Charlie said prayers for you and everyone else. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm telling you, there's been a lot of us needing prayers lately, ain't it? KOK, Sean, who else? All kind of people been down and out. Wrapped and Ready said, thank you. You're so welcome, baby. Sweet Tea said, same, trying to grow, had to start over. Thanking you in advance. Also follow back and follow anybody that I can. Wonderful. All right, y'all look for Sweet Tea there too. And watch that spelling. It's spelled differently. So make sure you jot down the way that it's spelled. So when you go to click on it, you know you're going to the right one. Denise King said, your health is important. Absolutely. All of our healths are. And we do. We have to be careful. Salama Saluki says, hello, everybody. Hello, darling. Rose said, just subscribe to both ladies. Thank you, darling. KOK said, already subscribed to Wrapped and Ready. Wonderful. Thanks, ladies, if you all subscribed. Blessed and highly favored. 26 says. Yep, so look for her. Hey, yes, Marie. She said, hey, still class in chat, driving and listening. Please like as you watch. Thank you. Yes, thank y'all. Hit that like button. Robbie said, thank you very much, Miss Classy, for pressing on and visiting. You don't feel well. The sniffles are trying to get me, but I do a little bit each day, so I'll not fall far behind. Wonderful. S. Marie said, hey, Rose. TP said, for sure. I did not want to overexert myself. Take care and be prayerful. I sure will. KOK said, just subscribed. Loretta said, hey, baby. I love your designs. I'm so confused. What do you mean you're so confused? Thank you for loving my designs, but what do you mean you're so confused? Sedona said, hey, everybody. Wrapped and Ready said, yes, thanks, KOK. Lady Jose said, I hope you feel better. Thank you, baby. Crafty Granny, praise God because you are so amazing. Thank you, sweetheart. Hey, Rachel, how you doing, sweetheart? S. Blooms said, be blessed and healed. Thank you, baby. King's Gift Basket said, hey, still classy in chat. Hey, darling, welcome in. Jeanette just subbed to Sweet Tea. I recently ordered those sleeves from Temu in the black and the white colors. Pink was unavailable. Y'all, I did want to mention that Temu is much cheaper than Amazon, but I did have Danielle put the sleeves from Amazon because I know some people just will not order from Temu. They don't like ordering from Temu. They're not going to order from Temu. So, hey, Danny Whitmore, welcome in, baby. Andrea Mason says, feel better, still classy, praying for complete healing. And I received that, darling. Thank you so much. Twin Key says prayers. Thank you, baby. But anyway, I put the links at the top. Now, just to let you know, the ones that I did buy some from Amazon because I needed to get some in quickly. And the black, they are $9.99 for 20 of them. Okay, which makes them 50 cents a piece. But for the black ones, in case anybody is interested, the link that's in there, there's only 7 left. So if you're getting them from Amazon, you need to get them quickly because there's only 7. I went on to check to make sure they were showing available before I came on, and they said there was 7 left. Okay, there another one is on there which I did not post or have them post in the link is a neutral color, and there's only 6 of those left. Now the white ones, which I also had her pin, did not say they were short on supplies, but the black one said 7 left. So I just wanted to let you know that in case any of y'all were wanting to buy any of these from Amazon. You know, you need to get them quick, at least from this particular seller. I'm not sure if they have any more than that, but I know Rachel had said that she liked the fact that they were used in the cake boxes. So in case y'all didn't see that, I was wanting to show you that too. If you're putting cake boxes together, um, this is one of the ways I used one of the roses in my cake boxes. I put it right inside the robe. I'm not sure if you can see that with the polka dot, but they are in there, and that's that love sleeve. So that's one way of using them. There is several ways of using these sleeves. Like I said, even if you're just doing them single or whatever. Um, but they're really, really pretty, used inside one of the cake boxes arrangements that we're doing. I did it in that one as well as, well, I did it in several, but I only brought two of them back downstairs. One of them, I know y'all remember, I did it with the red hearts, and that makes it a little bit harder to see the sleeve, but it's in there. See it? And it's got the love and the rose, and it's still in there in the white robe. So they look really, really pretty, just slit down inside of a, you know, your robe or whatever, if you're doing any of these cake boxes. So, just in case, just giving you an idea of something that you can, you know, do with them. So, and that's in with the cake boxes. Now, like I said, the only thing that I have done is I put the link to the wine bags in here as well. And they look really, really cute, guys. Just slid down into the top of your wine bags. I have shown these before, but for anybody that missed it or didn't see it, these wine bags, let me see, I wrote down how much they were as well. And the link to them are at the top. I think Danielle actually even pinned those. But they look really, really pretty, just slit down inside of the wine bag with whatever you happen to have in there. It doesn't have to be, you know, the perfumes or whatever that I showed. But let me see, these wine bags come in black, navy, or white, and they are $32.99 for 50, which makes the wine bag 66 cents a piece. Okay. So they are 66 cents a piece, which is a really cheap container if you're thinking about, you know, putting something together. 66 cents is better than $1.25 any day. Okay. So that's not really, really expensive when you break it down individually like that. Okay. And then you put your rose and your sleeve in there and whatever else that you wanted to, you know, put down in the bag. So they make a really cute and quick grab and go. That you can have, that they can take for whoever, if they're needing a smaller gift. Creative Designs by Claudia. Hello, Classy and everyone. Hey, darling, welcome in. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome in, sweetheart. Let me see. You know I love your bunches. I get excited when you come in. T3 said I got some from Amazon, $150 for $14. If I can post a link, I will for anyone that wants it. You got 150 what for $14? You got 150 sleeves for 14? Is that what you're saying? Well, is it these kind? Because I know they have some that are smaller and thinner, but did you get the love sleeves, the ones that have the love on it? That's a great deal if you did. Awesome deal. I haven't even seen nothing like that on Temu. At not even close. Alicia said, still classy. I have a question. I know last year when I ordered the sleeves from Temu, it had a funny writing. The ones from Amazon, does it say? I think they're identical, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. I think they're identical. I'm trying to see what this one says. I don't want to take that out. This one already has a rose in it. Let me see. Because I just got these white ones in. Oh, and I think I've got them downstairs. Let me see. I will always, no. This one, I mean, it's got a little funny design little thing right there. But it just says, I will always love you. I know what love is. It is because of you. To me, the world is full of love. Okay, and then whatever that indiage is your, I guess it does. So I guess they're exactly the same. But I used these last year, and my rose covered that, and all the people are seeing is love. So I don't know what that meant or whatever, but everybody everybody bought them and was happy with them. So I don't know what that last sentence means, but yeah, somebody had mentioned that before. But I sold every single one of them last time, and like I said, they're looking at the love on there. So if that last line, I'm not sure. I'm sure it means something. Let me see. Beautifully designed. Hey, classy chat. Hey, darling, welcome in. Rochelle Knight said, pretty concepts. Thank you, baby. Brenda said, very pretty. Thank you. Just subscribed to Blessed and Highly Favored. I know she appreciates that. T3 said, sleeves. Do they say, is it the love sleeves, though? Because, like I said, I haven't even seen that many at Temu for that price. But heck yeah, if you can, I don't know how you can put that on there or whatever, but just tell them what it says when they look it up. How much would you charge, Miss V? What for these? A lot. Well, I mean, I don't know. What do we have in them? The $2.99 for the perfume, like the 60 cents for the sleeve. No, it's only 50 cents for the sleeve, 60 something cent for the wine bag. And then I've got no ribbon in that bow, that little 2-loop bow at all. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me see. Alicia said, okay, gift baskets. Thank you at Grace. Creative said, hey, Rosebird. Alicia said, great job on the thumbs up. She is over 100. Let's keep going. Well, I appreciate that, guys. But yeah, so those gift bags like that. Now, let me show you what I do. If there's something like this, I've told you, make sure you raise it up. You've got to play with these bags depending on what you're putting in them. If it's something that's really tall, like a tumbler, and you're wanting more space at the top, say for flowers or something, then you don't need that. But if you are doing something like what I did over here, you're going to want to raise it up, because if not, you're going to have too much of a gap at the top. Now, I grab anything like something like this. This is like a perfect height. I wrap that in something, a piece of tissue paper, a piece of wrapping paper, or whatever. I drop that right down in the bottom of the bag after I cut it. And now I've got, it's not wrapped right now. I'm just showing you what I use. You wouldn't be able to tell if I had it wrapped. But that little thing right there is the perfect height to give me any height that I need for anything that I'm going in. I just need it to bring my stuff up to about right here. Now, if I'm putting something in that doesn't need to be raised up, let's say I wanted to put in a okay, here, let's just put a cute little teddy bear and some lotion in a tumbler. That one can go straight on the bottom. Okay, I would use a different color tumbler probably, because although he stands out really, really cute in that. But if you're just putting a tumbler in there like that, then you don't need anything on the bottom. It's going to be the height you want it to be, because you need some height up at the top. But you can do anything like that with a tumbler or anything. And guys, don't forget about the candy and the balloon stick that I made last year. If you're doing any kind of wine bags or window bags or really anything, they work so perfectly. Remember, I showed you take your regular balloon stick and you glue you a piece or tape you a piece of candy, one of your candy boxes, cover up your balloon part with some tulle and put a little small balloon on there. And these pop right into these bags so perfectly. And now you have your balloon and your candy, for your bags. No matter what you've got on the inside, you've already got your candy and you've got your balloon already in there. Now you can use a large balloon, of course. It does not have to be one of the small balloons. You can add one of the large ones and give it even more I'm trying to get back where you can see it. But anyway, you get the idea. But that fits right in there perfectly onto the top of that um, wine bag. It just sits there properly. You don't have to do anything whatsoever. But those little sticks look cute. Now this one I put a little shimmery tool on that one. And let me see, I'm trying to slide it down in here. And this one, I just had it in here and took it out. And I probably shouldn't have, because I don't want to mess this one up. Because I am by no means a florist whatsoever. Let me see, it said it won't let you share the links in here. Yeah, I think you have to be a mod to be able to share a link. But can you put what the description says on it or who the seller is? Let me see. Writing gift creation. Stephanie said, hey, classy sweetheart, and happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you, darling. Welcome in. Let me see. It won't let you share. Alicia said, thank you, T3. Charlie said, T3s, do a community post. There you go. Do a community post on it. And then you can put the link in there. T3 said, okay, Charlie, let me see if I can figure it out. Yeah, I would have Danielle do it if I knew what it was, because I don't know how to post any of that stuff. But anyway, but put y'all together some of those candy on a stick with the balloons if you're getting any of these wine bags. Because they work really, really good. Now, also, like I said, now I didn't put any ribbon around this tumbler because I was just giving y'all some ideas tonight and suggestions on things that y'all can put in these wine bags. So I did want to show you that if you're somebody like me that is not great with doing flower and rose arrangements or whatever, but you wanted, and you didn't want to use a whole bunch of roses up, doing large bouquets or whatever, these wine bags are perfect for that as well. This is me just putting a tumbler. And of course, you'd want to put a pretty ribbon around the top of that, that tumbler right there. But all I did was I wrapped a piece of the green foam stuff with a piece of aluminum foil because I don't want anything down inside the tumbler. And I just put 2 roses, y'all, literally 2 roses and one of those chocolates, that we stick down in our flowers or whatever. And then as you see, and then put our balloon and candy up there. And that right there is just a really, really cute, way to give roses. And it really is pretty. But like I said, you'd probably want to put something around the top of your cup right here. Tie a pretty little ribbon right there. But I just wanted to show you how easy it is to just stick literally 2 roses into your tumbler, put it in the bag, and it makes a really, really cute, little grab and go that they can grab and take. And they're still giving them a balloon, they're giving them candy, and they're giving them roses. Okay. So that's one little way of doing it. Now I know Felicia had showed, and I haven't even, that's a 10-inch balloon, Annie, for the small ones, but you can put the big ones, I know it's kind of large for in that, but you can put these large ones. Some people love sticking them big balloons, right inside anything. So you can put these big ones right in it. And guys, y'all don't think, for any of you new, I call you newbies. I hope you're not offended when I say that. Please don't think that you have to have helium balloons, because you do not. That's the whole point of are you sure you want to stop streaming? No, I do not. Anyway, you do not have to have helium. As you see, this is tight as a drum. I still have these small ones that you're seeing, the 10-inch ones were already blown up from last year. So they hold air. It's just the way that you tie them onto these things here. You pull them down, stick them through that little hole, wrap it, and they're self-sealing balloons. So these here, as long as you're using this kind of cup, it's going to hold them things straight up upright. Okay. You don't need helium. So don't think you need to have helium to have a balloon to go in your basket. Absolutely none of these have helium. These were all just blown up. Let me see. Hey, still classing everyone. Hey, Mama Showers, how are you, baby? You know I've been down, Mama. I ain't even talking to Kimberly this week. So gorgeously dope, really pretty, other than on a text. I mean, we normally stay on the phone every day. Alicia said, wrapped and ready. I subscribe to your channel. Thank you for that. I'm sure she appreciates it. Where did you purchase the small balloons from? Now, I did get the 10-inch ones from Temu, but they do have them on Amazon. But I did purchase my 10 inches from Temu. You still have time to get them. Anybody that does want to get some items from Temu, you do have time to get them, before Valentine's Day. And they are going to be a little cheaper. Now, you have to be careful when you're going on Temu now. If it's a local seller, you are going to pay that $2.99 shipping, which it still ends up making it, a little cheaper than Amazon on some of the stuff. But if it's coming from Temu itself, the shipping is free after you spend whatever the amount is. You have to spend 20 or whatever it is. But if it's the local seller, you are going to need to pay the $2.99 shipping. And it doesn't say that on it, but if it says local, you're going to pay $2.99 to get it. You do get it quicker normally from the local sellers. But be careful if you're trying not to pay that shipping, that it's from Temu and not from a local seller. Or if you're wanting it quicker, make sure it is from a local seller. Sedona said, thumbs up, please. Mama Shower said, I hope you're feeling better. I've been asking Kimberly about you. Thank you, sweetheart. I definitely have been thinking about y'all for sure. Just, I get frustrated when I can't do certain things. Talking to Kimberly makes me want to make baskets, because we do that to encourage each other. Oh, I wanted to tell y'all something else too. You know how we use on these little, what are they called? The little candy holders that we get from Temu to hold our chocolates. They can hold Dove. It ain't got to be just that round chocolate ball. You can put in the pretty Doves in there. You can put in Hershey Kisses and all that. But our Forever Roses here, when I clip off, some of them I use for smaller things, or let's say for something like this, and you have to clip off your tip or whatever. These fit perfectly in here, y'all. So don't throw them out. You can also use them in your other small roses that we get in the boxes. If you needed to stick one in there, if you end up getting the wrong bag that doesn't come with a stem, you can stick these right into one of those. But so you don't have to use the wooden sticks. You can use the greenery that you're clipping off of these Forever Roses right here. They fit perfectly into that thing, just to let you know. And they're green like a regular stem would be versus the wood of that other stick. So if it shows, it'd look a little bit more natural with flowers than, a wooden skewer would. I always get that word screwed up too. But anyway, just so you know, they do fit in that perfectly. Let me see. Monica says, hello, everyone. Hello, baby. I use the candy holder for my wax melts. Good idea, Alicia. Miss V said, glad you're feeling better. I was down a couple of days with my back. It's no joke, Miss V, I tell you. I know Be Pretty is. Shant was. Essence of Joy said, hey, late to the party. Hey, darling, welcome in. But anyway, so like I said, and if any of you jumped out and got the red ones like I did, when I was trying to get the black ones and I saw them red ones were much cheaper and you got a lot more. Remember, I told you that they are smaller than the black. Quite a bit smaller, actually. But they do. I just want to let you know, you can still slide the sleeves right there into one of them as well. So they work for either one. If you did get the red ones, the slim ones. And that little perfume that we got from Ollie's fits perfectly outside of the box, inside that red one as well. See, I've got the bottle sitting next to it. And they do fit right down in that bag as well. So You can use the red or the black wine bags for any of these things. Hey, Yvonne, welcome in, baby doll. Um, so yeah. So these wine bags, y'all, really are a really, really cute way to do some really pretty grab and goes for roses, candy, perfumes, whatever you want to put in it. And let me see. Oh, and these Dollar General bouquets that we get for 90% or a penny or whatever, that come, and half of them look really, really rough. You can pull all that stuff out. I know you've seen everybody do it. Stick your little flowers down in there, and in 2 minutes you can have a little arrangement just using your roses. Let me see. Do I have any clipped roses in here? I don't think I don't have a skewer in. Do I have a skewer in here? I think I do. Let me see. But always grab these little things that you can get at Dollar General and just take the stuff out, the flowers out, and stick in whatever color. Let me see. You just grab two. I don't have a third one cut in here yet. Let me stick this down in here. I'm just showing you how quick it is to just poke something down in one of these. Okay, so I took those things out. I just put them in there. Of course, you're going to play with it. Turn your rose the way you want it turned or whatever. If you've got any kind of little white baby's breath or whatever, they look really, really cute. I don't have my scissors in here. You see. You can put tall greenery up in the back of it, of course. You can keep it down low or whatever. But I'm just trying to show you how this needs to be facing more out. So does this one. More close together, whatever. Anyway, y'all get the point. And then you can either put another flower back there. You can actually even just put a box of your candy in there. And then just that quick, once you take your time and where's some greenery, a leaf or something. Oh. Anyway, y'all see what I'm saying. I mean, just that quick, just poking 2 roses in there and put a candy. And I would put a skewer right there. I'd tape that on there and poke that candy down in there just to make sure, that it doesn't move. And then that would all be secured. And just that quick, you turned around and you have a little arrangement. It took, 30 seconds? I mean, and you can slide that right down into one of these gable boxes, or you can put it on something. Put it on a tray. Put it with a plushie. Let me see. Put a little perfume. Throw you some shred in there. And you got a cute little concept that you made in like 30 seconds. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it doesn't have to take a lot of time to do these flowers and to make them look pretty. Roses are pretty on their own. They're really going to look pretty no matter how you do them. But of course, I would still try to put a little bit of white baby's breath or, add a little color to it or whatever. But just to let you know, it's super, super fast, and you don't need to be scared of roses to put something together really cute. Let me see. Love it. Leona said, I did about 12 of Dollar General flower bases with penny flowers. Yes, yes. Love it. Thanks for sharing. You're so welcome, baby. Rosie said, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Twin Key Retracted Bag and Boat said, it's been a minute since I called a Still Classy live. How you doing, Classy? Hope everyone is well. Welcome in, Bagged and Boat. How are you, sweetheart? Where is your buddy? I haven't seen her in here. Kimberly said, that looks so good. Oh, thank you, baby. I appreciate that. And hello, Kimberly, my long-lost buddy. Nove is that, oh my God, how pretty, right? And how quick was that? I mean, literally, how quick was that? Classy, you make anything look good, sis. Well, thank you. But you see, it really isn't. I mean, there really isn't anything to it. We really do overthink things. The two roses with the chocolate is too cute, right, Claudia? And so simple. I mean, I would take a little bit more time and make sure that it looked right, but I just wanted y'all to see how quick it is, to just pull these old ugly flowers out, stick something in. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for sharing. They are all beautiful. You're so welcome, darling. Rosie said, yes, that's beautiful, right? 30 seconds worth. That's it. But when somebody sees it, that's not what they're going to think. Divine Creation said, hey, Claudia and Kim and everyone coming in. Yes. And also I did another one in I took everything out of one and put it just inside of a window bag. And on this one, I used 3 roses instead of 2. And it is right just as plain. Literally, I took 3 roses and put it in that vase right there and put it in a window bag. Okay. And that would be just something really easy for somebody to grab and take off. Of course, you'd want to put your bow or your balloon or your whatever. I'm just showing you how quick it is to just take just 2 or 3 roses and make something really, really pretty. It doesn't have to be a big 12 dozen bouquet to be beautiful. You know what I mean? And that way you can spread your roses out and get more gifts with them. Now don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the 12 a dozen bouquets are not gorgeous and they're not going to be wanted. They absolutely are. I'm saying for those of us who are trying to make smaller grab and goes, that won't be as expensive as a dozen roses because they might want to hand it to someone else or they just can't afford it. Okay. So you do want to have all the others. I'm just showing you lower, inexpensive options. Okay. Let me see. And for those like me that are challenged with making bouquets, I'm not even good with folding the paper the way everybody folds that paper up around them bouquets and all. And I'm not good at that stuff, y'all. When I tell y'all I'm not crafty, I'm not crafty. I'm not. I can design a basket. But when it comes to crafting and making and folding and gluing, and I'm not good at all that stuff. So I like simple, easy, basic stuff. Let me see. I am challenged in those areas. Let me see. Hello, everyone. Looks so beautiful. Thank you, baby. Cheryl said, classy can make some Dollar Tree look like Neiman Marcus. See what I mean? Thank you, darling. I appreciate it. Kimberly said, hey, Nicole. Alicia said, y'all, still classy can make butter look good on toast. For those joining her channel for the first time, she is a gem. Thank y'all. I appreciate that, y'all. I really, really do. Bonnie is laughing at Alicia. Andrea says, still classy. Where did you purchase those beautiful red roses? Temu. These came from Temu last year, though. I bought a bunch of roses last year, but these are just the, what do they call them on Temu? Are they forever roses or something? No, I think they're like lifelike or something like that. I think they say lifelike, and they're 20, the stems are 20 inches. Those are the ones I showed y'all. They do not come pretty like that. They do not. I told y'all that. This is how they come. Curled up in a bag, stinking to high heaven. Okay? I've showed y'all that, but my goodness, it takes nothing to bring them to life. But you take them out, you straighten up the stem, and they're 20 inches. I know that. They come flat and smashed. It looks pretty and up close in the camera, but they really are smashed. Like this one, can you tell? It's smashed all in. But you take your blow dryer and you just hold that blow dryer on it for a few minutes while you go like this and get that shape just the way you want it. And in a couple of seconds, they look like that. But you just straighten the thing out. They come in a 20-inch stem like that. But they are worth every second to have to take a blow dryer to it because they are absolutely gorgeous. But they don't come that way. But you have to have a vision and know that in 3 seconds, they're going to look like that. So don't be discouraged when that's why I want everybody to know how they come, you know, because they come kind of smashed, not smelling real good, but they're worth it. They're gorgeous. Let me see. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know where. Okay, I saw that one. Stephanie said, I love using those white gift bags. I know roses are really, really pretty up against that white. They really, really are. Lady Jose said, I am new in the basket community. I started last year, Valentine's Day, so it makes me a year. It makes me a year now. Well, congratulations. Well, if you're going to start on anything, Valentine's Day is the day to start. Never in a million. So I'm not crafty either. Never in a million. You crafty with that credit card lately, I see. You've gotten real crafty with that credit card. You are in them stores, never in a million. Now, come on now. You're supposed to be my sidekick about not going in these stores. But every time I'm going to you now, you showing hauls on something. $200, $100, $89, and 100 and something. What? Come on now, stay out these stores, never in a million. You know I'm picking, baby. You get what you want. You want $89 of surprise balls. You get you $89 of prize balls. Oh my God! You know I can pick at you because you would me too. You would pick at me right back. I can only pick right now, y'all, because I'm staying out the stores. I have not been to any stores. 75% at 75% off at Walmart is the last store I've walked in. I have not shopped online. I have not done anything. I am being so good, y'all. And I'm telling you, out of all these gifts I've made, my inventory has not budged. So I don't need to be in the store. I need to be using this inventory. Carol said, you may not be crafty, but you can make things look like $1 million. Well, I thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Claudia said, hey, Nicole. Cheryl is laughing. Claudia's stinking to high heaven. Claudia, if you've ordered them, you know I'm telling the truth. They definitely do. T3s is laughing. Let me see. Andrea said, oh, okay. Thank you so much. Bonnie is laughing. Helena said, I bought some last year and they are really nice. They really, really are. And you're gone that quick. Let me see. Have you ever seen it where people dip the roses in water? No, I haven't. I have not. I've never even heard of that. You mean when they come in all smashed, they just dip it in water and they come back? I have never, ever heard that. Is that to get them back in shape or to get rid of the smell, Claudia? Rosie said, yes, they do stink to high heaven. See, they don't stink to high heaven this year because I've had them a year. And to be honest, after I blow dried them, and got their shape back, that smell didn't last long at all. Lisa said, can you please write the link for the roses? They look so real. Where I got mine from last year, that store doesn't even exist at Temu anymore. But they do have tons of ones that they call lifelike roses on Temu. A key thing is to look for the 20-inch stem. And they normally have a picture on there where they're showing the 20-inch stem and they're showing that they look like they have little thorns on them and they're lifelike. But most of those, I think, are probably going to be like these. You just have to be careful that you're not getting the ones that come in the actual box that is not, that are like the ones that we get all the time. Let me see, like these, these can work. Don't get me wrong. You can use these kind of things in this. You definitely can. Or these, that we get from Temu. That's not the ones you're looking for. You're looking for the lifelike ones that are on the big long 20-inch stems that have like they look like thorns and stuff. Not really thorns, but you know what I mean. It's got the little things that look like thorns like that. See, they come with all that on there and they're 20 inches. You just have to kind of look. It's almost impossible to go to Temu and come back. Kimberly ordered something, literally had just gotten it in the mail, told me about it, and then the link was no longer there for me to even get it. And she literally had just gotten hers in that day, and I couldn't get it. So it's hard getting anything back from the same seller unless you're able to get it like the day that they're ordering it. It's just crazy. Um, let me see. Alicia said I ordered 290 count of roses from Amazon, and they are absolutely beautiful. Well, Alicia, if they are available, make sure you let someone know, if since you know you've got them and you know for sure that link worked in there and they're beautiful. Now they did bend the stem, right? Just like mine was. That's how they're shipped. I'll order the 500 count later in the year. Well, there you go. Um, yeah, I know LBE just got some from Amazon, and she got the, what do I want to say? Were they silk or fabric? They're different than the ones that she had gotten last year from Temu. And the ones that LBE got are actually laid out straight. They did not come all bent up and all that kind of stuff. But they were made out of a different, material than these were. But she still liked them. I'm not sure if they were fabric or silk or what. And one of y'all may know, any of y'all that ordered some of them 500. Because these are more of like a foam, I think. Are these foam or are these, what are these? I don't think they're foam. I don't know what these were. Let me see. Nove, never to me. Let me see. Alicia. Add as a mod. I don't know, Alicia, I made you a mod, darling. If you accept it and you can find that link, you're more than welcome to post that if it's available. Let me see. No, never in a million she got you, Bonnie said. Never in a million knows it. The same way she picking at me for not going to the store. Let me see. Alicia said, but they are excellent quality. Yes, they are. They are absolutely beautiful. Not crafty with the credit card. Yes, she is. She has gotten real crafty with that credit card. Bonnie said, surprise balls. Hey, y'all, I'm only laughing at what she laughed at. She posted that and said that she bought all them surprise balls. She said, I bought $89 worth of some surprise balls and some socks. So anyway, I'm only repeating what she said. Never in a million knows I love her, and I'm just picking. Hey, Bourbon, how you doing, darling? She said, still classy. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you, baby. Essence Joy is laughing. Sherika is laughing. Oh, God, where did y'all go? Where did y'all go? Never in a million says, I'm regretting those damn. See there? She said, I'm regretting those damn surprise balls all the days of my life. I told you, I'm only repeating what she said. As Marie says, never. They're crying. Belinda is laughing. Yandim got that black card and done up the budget. Yes, she did. She is, honey. I'm going to have to go over there and sit on her car keys. I done told her that. I need your discipline. Shopping is therapy for me. Yeah, but honey, if you saw my inventory, you'd know I have not been disciplined very, very much. Okay. But I am working on it now. I am being disciplined right now. Now, a while back, Never in a Million knows it too. I went on a shopping strike, and I was good. I mean, I don't think I shopped for what, 2 months? I mean, literally nothing. And so I did really, really good. So, and I'm doing really, really good this time so far. I mean, I'm not, ask Kimberly. She'll send me stuff and say, I know you're not interested, but I got to tell you about it, and I have done really, really good. But y'all, I'm telling you, when I see how much stuff I've got just trying to put these gifts together and my inventory is not going down, you got to understand all this stuff that we're seeing right now that we love and we're seeing everybody else get. We felt the same way about the stuff that I got sitting over here on my shelves and that are in my shed. When I saw those, I had to have them. That was a great deal. Okay. And I got them. But if these same things were to be put back out in the store right now, I'd want to go get them. Okay. But I already got them. So let's use them. You know what I mean? Um, every one of these things that we've got in our bins piled to the ceiling and in all of the sheds and in our closets and under the beds and everywhere else. They were what we wanted at the time. They were the best thing. Everybody showed them. We got to have them. It's just that we've had them for a while, but we felt the same way when we got those. And we're going to feel the same way about the ones that come out next week and the ones that come out the week after and the week after. So at some point, you have to stop and say, let me use these great things that I got on my last 500 shopping trips that I've done. Okay. And be happy with it. And, and if we have to stop looking at hauls, or like I did today, I was tickled with Rachel talking about hard. Y'all know I love my animal print. Okay. And my leopard print. And Rachel's whole daggone live was on daggone leopard print stuff she just got from Temu. Now that was hard, okay? And I was laughing and saying I'm watching with a blindfold on, but I could still hear everything she was saying. But even then, I didn't jump on Temu and say, "Oh my God." I was seeing them cosmetic bags, all these things she was showing. Oh, that's a great price. Let me get them. No, and I could use some animal print. I honestly could. But when you get really to a point and you look around your house and you're not functioning properly anymore with finding inventory or with putting inventory away, or, it's time to stop, and we've all got to get to a point where we're mature enough and responsible enough. I mean, let's just face it. When we're responsible enough to say enough is enough, and we have to just stop and start using the beautiful things we already have in storage. And that's where I'm at in my walk right now, So I've got to get some of this beautiful inventory that I have down before I start going out and buying this other stuff. And there might be a few of y'all out there that need to be doing the same thing. I don't know your situation. I don't know your circumstance. Okay. I'm just saying, for you newbies that are just coming in and you're buying everything that you see on YouTube, I promise you're going to end up in the same predicament that a lot of us are in. So I'm not going to preach for 30 minutes on it, but I do need you to really listen to what I'm saying. Okay. You really, really need to know when to pull back and know, let me use this stuff that I've got. Okay. Yes, it's a great deal. Everything we show is a great deal. Everything that is 90% and a penny is a great deal. It absolutely is. And will we get our money back? You absolutely would whenever you use it. But how are you going to use it all? You can't use it all. I'm right now trying my best to at least get my inventory to look like I'm using it. And it's not going down. Okay. So at some point you got to stop and just keep making baskets and keep making baskets and keep making baskets till you get that inventory down, and then you can get excited to go back out and shop some more. But just get excited with your own inventory. It's a whole store in here. Okay. Remember back when you got excited when you saw it on somebody's haul, and get excited and put it in a basket. Okay. It's no different than what everybody else is going out and getting right now. We were excited when we got that too. Okay, that's it. So I'm done with that. But if you've got inventory, y'all use it and let's get it down. I hope y'all are taking the time to hit that like button as I'm sitting here running my mouth. Let me see. Still Classy has been dedicated to not shopping. I give her a round of applause. Yes, it's not easy. It's really not. But it's a mindset thing. You have to understand you've got beautiful inventory already. Let's use it. That's all. It's a mindset. Still Classy, I've been doing good too. I have no choice. I just bought a new vehicle. Well, there you go. There you go. But you still have a choice. You could still get out and keep doing and keep doing. We just got to stop sometime and really stick to it. That is too funny, Miss Classy, about Naomi. She's calling him Never. She calls you Naomi too, as one of the designers called Never in a Million, right? Lasagna said, I'm not sure how true this is, but someone told me that when they ship stuff on those containers from overseas to here, they spray it with formaldehyde to keep the bugs off. Yeah, but these are already in plastic bags. This isn't from what they may have sprayed on the outside. This is from the flower themselves, and they're already packaged in a bag and everything. But they very well could in packaging, on the packaging and stuff, but that ain't what's on them flowers. Bonnie said, yes. S. Marie said, Claudia, are they dipping artificial roses in water? I only heard of dipping real flowers in water. Interesting. Laura said, if you stream wilted artificial flowers, they will come back to life, like with a shirt steamer. Right. Yeah, a steamer, even a blow dryer. I didn't use nothing but a blow dryer. Claudia said, I'm not sure what they were doing when they dipped the roses in water. I thought no, I've never heard of it. Only real ones, like S. Marie said. S. Marie said, oh, okay, Claudia, gotcha. Claudia said, maybe they were real roses. Let me see. I'm late, Mama. Sorry. No problem, baby doll. Welcome in, baby. Lauren said, the only place that I've seen real roses dipped in anything was with hot candle wax, and then it hardened, and it was really shiny. Interesting. I don't know where y'all just went. I don't know where y'all went. Beautiful. I see pin for wine bags. Did you pin links for the roses? No, baby, because I got these roses last year. LBE has posted links for them on her community page for the ones that she got. Now, they're not like these, but they are beautiful, and several people have gotten them and loved them as well. I think they had a 500 count, but I think those sold out. Then I think they had one 90 count or a 60 count. I know LBE posted those on her community page. But at Temu, you want to go in and look for the 20-inch stems for the lifelike, natural lifelike roses. And look for a reputable seller that has good reviews or whatever, nice stars count or whatever. I looked up the water thing. It says silk flowers dipped in water is to make them look fluffy and clean the dirt and glue off. Well, how about that? Well, there you go. Good grief, I nearly forgot. Good evening, Still Classy, and hey, everyone. Hey, Anita. When she posted them surprise balls, I was cracking up, Miss V said. Bonnie said, oh, thanks, Cheryl. I'll have to try that. I tried to post the link. It's too long. Really? Weird. Triple M Gift said, hello, Still Classy in chat. Even as a mod, it wouldn't let you post it. Alicia said, this is the name of her video. Let's talk roses and more. Lengthy video. This is the name of her bit. Triple M Gift. Hello, Still Classy. Hey, Triple M Gifts. Sedona said 204 watching with 164 likes. Yeah, if a few of y'all could still hit that, I'd appreciate it. Yes, it's at the top of my prayer list to be disciplined and a better steward of my money. S. Bloom said, I'm having to stock up this year. Like I said, everybody's situation is different. For anyone that is new, please subscribe to LBE Baskets and More. She drops gems as well. Absolutely. Maria said, I got the last set of roses from LBE's link last night. Nove Bonnie said, true. Miss V is laughing. New to this and need inventory for all seasons. Okay. Then you definitely want to get them during clearance time. S Blooms, definitely when they're 90% or on clearance or whatever. Carol said, preach it, sister. Maria said, I meant to say that I got the last one of the 90 count. Okay. Miss V said, yes, preach. I'm overwhelmed with looking at all the inventory. Angela said, you are so right, Classy. Divine Creation says, true. Alicia said, I have inventory where I don't need to shop. For resin, jewelry making, card making, nope, it has to be an essential for me to grab. like tape and glue dots. Yep. You're speaking wisdom right now. Yep. I hope I hope they listen, at least the new ones. Still classy. I totally agree with that. Nicole said, I agree because I'm totally in the same space, still classy, working my inventory. Yes, Nicole. They need to listen to us. Those of us that are already going through it, you need to listen. Robbie said, you are 1,000% right, Miss Classy. We do not want the spirit of greed to come upon us because that would breed so many other spirits of disorganization. Honey, yes. And poor money management. Absolutely. Julia said, yes, I have so much stuff. Every time I move stuff out the house, yeah, you don't put a dent in it when you get that much. It would take several holidays to do that. Let me see. I don't know where that went. Okay. I put a dent in it. Alicia said, God has blessed us with an abundance. Absolutely. But we still have to know when enough is enough. Robbie, another unproductive spirit. So we have to be mature and know when to stop. Absolutely. Carol says, help others to realize that we can overwhelm ourselves. Yes, we can. We definitely can get caught up in that. Use that inventory, ladies and gentlemen, Twin Key says. Pooh said, Lord, keep me out them damn stores. Right, Pooh? I mean it. Hey, my sister Pooh. Have been in the house all day. Miss V said, a blow dryer works. Yep, they absolutely do. We're talking about to blow out the flowers. Hey, Pooh, stay out them stores. Carol said, I got some from Amazon and my daughter thought they were real. Yep, absolutely. These flowers are gorgeous. Sedona, you know you right this time. Alicia said, yep, maybe I have to have advice, mod privileges to post links. I made you a mod. Advanced mod? No, you shouldn't have to be an advanced mod to post links. I don't think I've ever made anybody an advanced mod, so you should be able to post. Nessa said, I think I subscribed to her already. Well, thank you. Miss V said you can find the same roses that LB has on Beaver's website, Bevors website. They're sold out on Amazon. Well, there y'all go. Let me see. And when your 90 count arrive, you will have to unbend them, but please be careful of the plastic thorns. They feel like the real thing. Oh, wow. Those must be different from mine because mine don't. Clybroke says, I'm listening. I'm definitely listening. 100. Thank you and the other basket creators for the warning. Yes, please do. Let me see. Creative Couture said, I too have an abundance of inventory. I donate some things to make space. Yeah, but how smart is that really, y'all? You're not the only one. You're not the only one that donates things. But how smart is that for real? That we have to sit and donate or give things away or go to Goodwill or what? How smart is that? I mean, financially, that we do that, you know? Oh, come on and get some of this stuff. Get this out of here. Call my sister. Please come and get this. I mean, it's not real smart, y'all. I mean, and I'm not judging y'all. I'm speaking for myself, okay? It's not real smart that I have to pick up something and tell people to come and get it or take it to Goodwill or, you know, if it's something that we do on a regular is do donate on purpose, fine. But if it's just because we can't stop shopping and we have to constantly donate and give things away, and on the name of donating, that's not good business smarts, okay? Unless we're doing it for a write-off or you're making so much money you need a write-off or whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying. That's not real smart that we buy so many things that we have to give it away or donate it. Clive said, I went to LBE's community post and I didn't see the roses link. She may have put it underneath her link on her videos where she was actually talking about roses instead of her community link. Go and watch, the video with the roses. But like I said, y'all, a lot of these links and all that we're posting, they keep selling out. So you have to just go and really look for them on Temu. Look for Lifelike roses, the 20-inch stems, or on Amazon. Check your prices. Let me see. Hope said those plastic thorns are very sharp. Yeah, mine aren't on mine. KOK said, still classy. It's not smart. and I sell a lot of gifts and I still have overstock. You're right. We need to pull back. I try to, and I'm getting better. Good for you. Good for you, KOK. Good for you. And like I said, sometimes it's good to have an account. What do you call it? An accountable buddy, that you can, like Shant and I are like that for each other. Um, Shant will get on me and I will get on Shant, accountability coach or partner or whatever you want to call it. Um, but somebody that you really respect that you will listen to, you know, and really listen to them when they're like, okay, you don't need that, baby. You got so many toys already. You have plenty of that theme. You know more are going to come around. Get you accountability partner that is going to hold you accountable. You think it don't help, but it does. I'll tell you this. It will help you if you want to be helped. It's not going to help you if you don't want to be helped. Listen to what I just said. An accountability partner, or anyone for that matter, is only going to help you if you really want to be helped. Okay? You've got to get that in your mind and in your spirit that I have enough. And I mean that. I have enough for right now. And you've got to really mean that. You can say it all day long. Girl, I got to stay out these stores. But until you really, really believe that and mean that with your whole heart, nobody can stop you from buying stuff. Nobody. You've got to come to grips like what I have right now. And I know when I'm there and I know when I'm not. I know when I'm saying, girl, if I don't stay out these stores, and then I'm calling Kimberly, girl, what did Pop Shelf go to today? The minute I get through saying it. Or who's posting that? Well, what's Christy saying? When's that next night? Then I'm not meaning that, okay? When you mean that, you do what you have to do to stay out the stores, okay? You stop watching hauls if you need to. You don't stop supporting. You still go into the same people. You can let it play with the volume down. You give them comments. You give them likes. You give them love, okay? But if you have an issue that you have to get things that you see, then stop watching it, okay? Do what you have to do. Stop watching it. If I know that I'm just one of those people that if I see something, I have to go get it, then I'm going to stop watching it. I'm going to love you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to like you. I'm going to comment. You're never going to know that I'm really not watching it, okay? Because I'm commenting, I'm liking, okay? But you do what you have to do to stop. And for some of you, it's not a problem. But for a lot of us, it got out of hand, and it can get out of hand very easily when you get caught up into these clearance shopping. I promise you, it's addicting. And I'm not using that word loosely. Shopping, these clearance sales are addicting. You get a high, you get a thrill. You get so excited that you're able to get out there and get it. They can't get it here. You run to the next store. You find it. It's like you're getting a fix. I'm not joking. So if you don't have that problem, praise God. Okay. But be very, very careful. It can snap up and bite you really quick. And you will be right out there with the rest of us looking for the next sale. So just take my word for it, or you go end up in the same boat preaching the same thing to your friend. Nicole said this is a whole intervention, and I didn't mean for it to be, y'all. I swear I did not mean for it to be. Let me see. Mia Harrell said, amen. Miss Egotistical said, hey, still classy in chat. Just coming in. And yes, Miss D Lovelace, I'm the same way. Too much inventory and still buying. There's so many of us that do need to really hear it and come to grips with it, though. Lisa said, amen. Alicia said, I admit I'm guilty. D Lovelace said, I had to do that until I started on Valentine's. Yep. Kim Cup said, hey, still classy. Hey, darling. And he said, I had to stop watching. I have to. Yes. And there's nothing wrong with that. Do what you have to do to stay out the stores. Maria said, the good thing about getting roses in abundance now is that we can refuse them for Mother's Day. Yes, I'm still using some of mine from last year. KOK said, that's right, it's still classy. When I see people buying and not moving inventory, I'm so scared for them. Hopefully they won't end up like me. I'm the clearance queen. Exactly. When we say it, we're saying it out of concern, and we're saying it out of making those same mistakes. Okay. We're not trying to keep you from buying things, or we're not trying to keep you from having all the things that we have. Don't think that for a minute. We're trying to keep you from doing what we did. And, anyway, we have to come to ourselves like the prodigal son. Yep. Alicia said, I got caught up in the shopping, and a long time ago I got overwhelmed, but I must be accountable. Yep. KB said, you ain't lying, still classy. We all will be in rehab. Absolutely. LaQuisha said, hey, baby. Carol said, you're helping people, class. I hope so, Carol. But like I said, until you get to that point, nothing that nobody, it goes in one ear and out the other. And sadly, you normally have to get in a kind of a fix before you really do start listening. Let me see. Gloriously Crafted said, you're speaking the truth. My family has convinced me to go to therapy for my shopping addiction. I have more of a thrill of the hunt. Yep. If finding deals and actually sell. I'm telling you, you're not alone. You are not alone. Jim, still classy, Miss V said. Betty Denny said, good evening, still classy and basket maker. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Twinkie said, honey, you can't buy everything that someone posts, or even if you see a price drop in the stores. It is definitely a rush, but sometimes just tell yourself, easy way to become a hoarder. And boy, do I feel that way sometimes when I look around, and that's when I said that's enough. Lady J said, no worry, we are okay. All right. Kim said, I've admitted to myself I have a shopping problem. Well, admit it, but what are we going to do about it? Bourbon just posted a link to Amazon, y'all. Is that for some roses? Is that for roses, Bourbon? Never in a Million said, somehow this clear the shelf mentality became a mantra for the community, but it should be taken what you can sell. Right. I mean, because Never in a Million, we're always able to say, just like everybody tells us, oh, you'll get your money back, though. That was a good deal. It is. No one's denying that. No one's denying that it's a fabulous deal. The point is, we have plenty of stuff already at home that was a fabulous deal. That's all. I have a shopping problem. I have 4 sheds, and I have to downsize immediately. Yep. And that's what happens when you start, y'all. Here's a key, a clue for any of you newbies, okay? Here's just a clue for newbies. When you start making excuses, okay, that you went from one room to a second room, when you went from that next room to a garage, okay, now you went from the garage to a shed, okay, now you went to another shed, all right. Now you're in a guest bedroom that you swore you would never put anything in, and it's in the guest bedroom, only for a minute. We're just going to put it here till I make these gifts, okay? Now you get another shed, all right? Now you ain't got any more room for no shed, so I'm going to go pay for a storage unit, okay? All right, that storage unit ain't enough. I need another storage unit. I need a bigger storage unit to move my little storage unit in, okay? I know y'all think I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. And I'm not talking about people that are doing this as a business. I know someone that is doing this. They're building up their stuff. They're about to open an actual building and sell things. I'm not talking to those few. I'm talking to the majority of us, okay, that sell on major holidays. We sell on Mother's Day, Father's Day, possibly, some of us, Valentine's Day, sometimes Christmas. And we've got 3 sheds in our yard, paying for 1 or 2. We're using our garage is completely loaded, or a double garage. We park our cars outside. We've got our spare bedrooms loaded. These are the people I'm talking about. And I'm trying to give you a warning before it gets that far. When you start moving from one room to the next room, to the shed, to the garage, maybe you need to slow down, okay? Maybe you need to slow down. And I'm not speaking to everybody. And those that know I'm not speaking to you, I'm not speaking to you. But for those of us that know that I am, there are warnings. There's warning signs. And you constantly come up with reasons to need this space and that space in this room. Okay. Those are just warning signs. I'm just telling you. You can take it or you can just let it go one in and out the other. But it is a warning sign. Okay. When you start making excuses that you need this much more space and that much more space, and you're still going out shopping. So, sometimes it doesn't seem like I have enough. It always seems like that. It always seems like that. You know, oh, I don't have this color. I don't have that scent. I don't have that brand. But I don't have a lot of Dove. Okay. I don't have Dove. They got a Dove sale. I got 500 other creams over here. Okay. I got 500 other lotions over here. But I don't have any Dove. So y'all, I can go get Dove. Let me go clear the shelf on the Dove. It's not smart. Okay. Let me use these 500 other creams and lotions that I do have over here. And it doesn't have to be Dove. Let me promise that I'm gonna get one of these cubes down out of my IKEA shelf, used of all of that lotion that I got from Pop Shelf. Just one of the cubes. Just one of them. And then I can go out and buy me some Dove to go on that cube. How about that? At least. But no, we go get it and then we put it in another bin because there is no more IKEA shelves to put it on. So I'm going to just put it in a bin and put that bin on top of the other bins that's out there. And it's a never-ending cycle, y'all. Maria said, I bought the different color roses, 90 count for 45. All right. And 100, and that's when it feels real. Just got another storage unit today. Y'all better listen. Only thing it is that the unit is for finished gifts, right? But now you need it for finished gifts because you got so much inventory, you can't put your finished gifts. And that's just my point of what I'm saying. I just bought 2 mini storage totes. If I can't fit it in the two clear full-size totes and my container store bags, and I don't want it. No, ma'am, Pam, no ham, no turkey. Yet, Bourbon, you better listen. You sound smart. Addiction is real, and I pray for the women who are dealing with it. The first step is to admit you have and to make a change. Absolutely 100%. Say it for the people in the back. Hey, Still Classy in chat. Hey, Queen, welcome in, baby. Queen, I hope you're coming in during a rant, girl. I mean, I got off on it. Every time I try to come back off on it, we get back in it. I'm just starting out with gift baskets, so I'm only buying the necessary things right now. But I see how easy it is to get caught up buying all the things you see. I have my craft room inside. It's very, very easy. Very, very easy. Nicole is crying. Ms. V said, yes, I've been there. I had a storage for 8 years. I finally moved out last year. TP Custom said, I'm slowing down. My shed is packed, and that is supposed to be my work area. I'm in my living room. My trailer is full of gifts that I made, and I'm still making them with nowhere to put them. I know. Ebony said, not to be negative, but something I think about being in my late 60s is leaving all. That's what my sister says, Ebony. That is exactly 100% what my sister said. Hers wasn't gift baskets, but it was other things. You know what I mean? And she said the exact same thing, is leaving all of that for your family, you know, to have to deal with all of that. And all that stuff just gets trucked up, sent to the Goodwill, and your whole life and money and everything just gets dumped away. Let me see. KOK said, I got to start telling people, don't contact me when there are sales. If I see it online, that's okay, but don't contact me. I know, KOK. I agree. I agree 100%. We want to know, but are we strong enough to know? You know, are we strong enough to know? And it's okay to say, no, I'm not. I'm not that strong. If I see something, now some things y'all might show and I'd be like, I don't want that. No, I don't need that. But then that one thing comes along and I got to have it, you know, because we talk ourselves into it again. We make excuses. When you start making excuses on why you have to have something when you know good and well you don't need it. There's always going to be something. There's always going to be something we don't have. Or let me say this, there is something you can't find because you've got so many locations with stuff. You're rebuying the stuff you already have. Now, y'all might not want to admit that, but a lot of people are rebuying stuff that they already have and don't have a clue where it's at. So let me just go ahead and buy it now because I need it for this holiday. I know somewhere I had a bin with a bunch of Valentine stuff and a bunch of them backers and a bunch of this, but I don't know where it's at. So I'm going to get some more of these while they 90%. Eventually they'll show up. They'll come around. I mean, it is what it is, y'all. Hey, still classy in chat. Tabitha says, sorry I'm late. I'm at my oldest granddaughter's baby shower. Oh, that's so nice. Margaret said, hey, y'all, how's everybody doing? They tired of me about now, Margaret. I'm not saying another word on it. I'm done with it. But every time, and then I read a comment, and y'all make me, and it makes me say something else. TP said, I'm slowing down. My shed is packed. Okay, I think I just read that. Yep. Okay, and I read that one. Scrap Girl in Blue. I have a shed also. I build miniature houses and other crafts. That's nice. God bless everyone, as Bloom said. Bonnie is laughing at KOK. I'm watching the replay, still clad. Oh, Lord, baby. Be ready for it, Queen. Bourbon Bubblegum is KOK laughing. Tabitha said, hello, still classy. Hey, darling. Sorry I'm late. I'm at my oldest granddaughter's baby shower. I read that one already. How's this stuff popping back down on me? Thank you so much for the warning. I have found myself in that situation and I had to stop. Yep. Bonnie, it's like telling a crackhead where the crack is. You saying a joke, but that is hitting the nail right on the head. That is exactly what it's like. And I'm telling you, people that haven't been there yet, haven't done that yet, I pray they don't. Belina said, I don't need to shop for Christmas, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, or Easter. Nope, most of us don't. Crystal said, hey, Tabitha, how you feeling, love? KB said, my 3-car garage was supposed to be my workshop. Child, I have no room to work in that garage. I have a small path to walk, and that's my point, KB. That's my point. Tabitha said, I know the feeling. I have 2 craft rooms, a storage unit, a U-Haul, and while I was in the hospital, my 3 oldest grands bought me a she shed. Yep. Carol said, but the thing people don't think is if you pay for storage bins, that are you really saving? No, most people are not. Most are not. Most are not. Not all, but most are not. KOK said, KB, Lord, we all have space problems. Yep, we did it to ourselves, didn't we? We should have a meetup and swap in the slow season, swap and or buy from each other. Let's put our money in our own basket community, she says. I don't want to swap nothing. I want to swap. I want to get my mess in baskets and out of here. But see, if I swap, I'm still doing the same thing. I'm still kind of doing the same thing. I didn't lessen my load. I just equaled it out with something different. TP said, no more shopping. Let's get our lives back. We spend unnecessary time and money when we need to use what we have. And not only what we have, imagine if the time that we're in them stores, we were really at home putting things in a basket. Think about that. Or when we're online, shopping online, for those of us who shop online. If we were taking that time and putting that stuff in the basket and keeping our minds off of buying, we got to challenge ourselves. Stay out of a store. Start with something small. I can't do small. I have to go cold turkey. Okay. That's just me. I can't go small. I can't say I'm not going to go to Dollar General. I'll only go to Family Dollar, or I can't do small. I have to go cold turkey. Because if I'm out at Dollar Tree, okay, now I've got that feeling back again, and now I got to run over and see what Dollar General has. Or, well, now that I'm out, I'm already over here. Let me see what Pop Shelf's got going on. I'm already over here. You know what I mean? That's the mentality of how things work. I know it sounds familiar to y'all. So, I just have to go cold turkey and say I'm not buying nothing else. I'm done for now. Let me see. So true. My mom is a hoarder and in denial. It has definitely affected our relationship. I haven't been allowed in her house in over 10 years. That's another thing. That's another thing when you're too embarrassed to let people come in your house. Another warning sign. Okay. Oh my God. If my daughter were to come home from Georgia and see my house, she would want to do this or do that. That's a warning sign. If I'm too embarrassed that my daughter may come home and I'd be embarrassed on what she saw, maybe I have a problem. You know what I mean? I mean, there's thousands of warning signs, y'all. There's thousands. You just got to listen to them. You just got to listen to them. I'm helping someone still classy. It's helping someone still classy. I promise you. I hope it's okay. Okay. It helps myself to talk it out too, Um, but hopefully, like I said, but see, y'all could have told me that all day long too, but until I was ready, until I really knew that I've had enough, you know, I was hearing you and I was knowing what you're saying is true, but I still wasn't applying it. So you got to apply it, y'all. And the feeling is good when you really realize that you are. Once you get beyond first that first store trip that you skipped, that first one, okay? That very first time when you sat home, when you knew daggone good and well, you've been waiting on that sale. You've been waiting on that to go 90. You've been waiting on that very first time when you can sit and say, I did it. It gets easier. Every time it gets easier. It does. I promise you it does. I just got in from a friend's baby shower. I hope you had fun. Oh, wow, Miss Divine. I pray it works out. I'm donating 75% and then use what's left before buying inventory. I have repurchased too much. So you're going to donate 75% of your inventory. Well, I don't know the amount of your inventory. I don't know if I could not, I'm not donating 75% of my inventory, but you know your inventory. So if you know that that's what you need to do, don't you let no one talk you out of it. Okay. A lot of times you can sell your stuff instead of donating it, but sometimes that's another excuse that we can use. I'll have a yard sale, or I'm going to put this out and sell it for that. And we never do. So that can also be, something. The only thing about that is, Heather, if you're donating 75% of it, just don't get right back in the same position again. You know what I mean? Don't donate 75% of your inventory just so you can go out and shop again. Just be real, real careful, because that's a thin line. You get rid of it, you see that space that you're used to having stuff in, and you start thinking that it's okay to put a little bit more over here and a little bit, and you're right back in the same boat again. It's all a learning curve, y'all. Tabitha said, Crystal Hall, I'm feeling much better. Thank you for asking. She's very defensive when I try to talk about it. Of course. Don't nobody want to hear that. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear we have too much stuff. We get angry. I need this stuff. Okay, I need this. I'm trying to run a business over here. I'm trying to make good profit. I need to buy this stuff while it's 90% off in a penny. I'm running a business over here. We're going to get mad if somebody tells us that. That's back to where I said, until you're knowing that you need to stop. Nothing nobody else is going to say. You're not going to take it. You're not going to receive it. They have to know that they have a problem. They have to know, and they have to know they have enough. Princess of Penny Pension said, oh my God, I'm late. Just got done organizing my craft room. Good for you. Hello, Still Classy. My name is LaDom, and I am a basketaholic, baby. I hear you, darling. First step. That's your first step. Now what you going to do about it? Let me see. KB, I meant to release the excess. S. Bloom says. KB said that late night online shopping is the devil. Yeah. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is for whatever your issue is, or whoever's, however you shop. I also make custom tumblers, and you're so right about not knowing what you have. I was horrified at myself when I got the shed and started emptying boxes at the amount of repeats. Absolutely. Somebody needs to read that. KB14, yes, it is. Margaret said, I didn't shop at all after Christmas. I have so much stuff. Good for you, Margaret. And Margaret, and I'm not going to sit. I'm not going to sit. Yes, I am, because I know you're okay with it. Our conversation, Margaret, what did I say to you when you sent me that picture of that item? This is what I'm talking about with accountability people, okay? Margaret sent me some pictures of something, and she said, I wonder if I should. I said, that's really, really cute. She said, girl, something to this effect, okay? I'm about ready to go out and just buy a whole bunch of stuff and give it a shot and see what it does. What I say, Margaret? Margaret, don't do that. I said, don't go out and buy a whole bunch of that stuff and do that. I said, buy enough to make one. Make one, okay, and see if you like it. Don't go out and buy. You don't even know if you're going to like it. You don't even know if you're going to want to make it. But ready to go out and just let's buy a whole bunch of this mess because it's cute. Ooh, I like what she did. I'm going to go buy a whole bunch of it. And I told Margaret, don't do that. I said, buy enough to make one if you got to buy one. And she said, you're right. Accountability, people, and be that way. Be that to somebody, okay? In a loving way. You know people, you got to know them. Now, if you don't know their personality and you don't know, you don't know them that way, you might really piss somebody off. So be careful. You can't just talk to everybody like that. But when you've got a certain amount of people in your circle that you talk to, you can talk to them, okay? And if you can talk to them, please, if y'all know me and I'm doing something, love me enough to tell me. Love me enough to tell me. And I hope that I'm on a day where I can receive it. You know what I mean? And if I'm not, try me on a different day. Gloria Crafton said, I got addicted to hearing you can make 5 figures in an effort to make money. I end up spending more money on monthly storage units. I know, baby. It's easy to get caught up in this. The community is fabulous. Let me say that. No one is on here trying to mislead anyone. I promise you. I've had people that say that they've quit watching me. They've quit watching other people. Now, I only know of one person that said this, okay? But they said it the same way that I'm saying it about watching hauls. They say they absolutely love everything they see me make, okay? And along with other people. And they feel if they see it, they have to go out and buy it because they want to make what they see me making. Now, obviously, when I'm showing people how to make beautiful, inexpensive items, I'm doing it to help them. But it can hinder some people if you have a problem. So you have to be careful with every one of us and we try to warn you. KOK does, LBE does, I know she does, I know I do, many other people. They say, if you don't need it, please don't go out and get it because you're seeing that I'm getting it. We do try to warn you. The community is here to help each other. But if you're not careful and you get caught up in thinking you have to make what everyone else makes or buys what everyone else buys, you just don't, y'all. And that is a mentality that runs rampant in this community. Somebody makes a live or a video, okay? And it's gorgeous, okay? Cake boxes, for an example, okay? One person shows a cake box. Everybody and their mama and their sister and their cousin and their brothers too are hauling it to get the cake boxes because we saw somebody make it. Okay. Somebody cuts a basketball in two. Okay. They cut it in two. They throw horse manure in it. And man, them roses came up so quick with that horse manure. And they the prettiest roses you ever going to want to look at. half of the daggone community is going to cut that basketball open and put some horse manure in there and put them flowers in that basketball to get them beautiful roses. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm not. It is just part of the community. We see something, it's got to be true. We see something, we got to make it. We see something, we got to buy it. And that's just part of the community that you can get caught up in, you know, and you just have to be careful. Just because somebody makes something and it's gorgeous, maybe you can make it next time, you know, or better yet, pull something out of your inventory and turn around and do a live or a video showing something just as daggone pretty, different, but just as doggone pretty. You know, let it inspire you, but let it inspire you to run to your inventory. Man, I saw Claudia do this. I know this ain't what Claudia did, but she inspired me, and I ran out and got this. I saw her make that. Man, that inspired me. I ran to my shed and I grabbed this. Okay? That's all I'm trying to say. We see something, oh, I can do that. Oh, I can do that. And we do it. In the same week, we're going to do it. You know? So, God, y'all, every time I start to stop, somebody says something and we go right back to something different. Princess Penny says, definitely agree on the LLC and overbuying. Never Million is laughing. You ain't lied. Not a cake box. For the actual cakes. And that's just one example of everything, right? Never in a Million. It doesn't matter. If it's pretty, we want to do it. We want to do it. Instead of rewinding back, let's go back 6 months ago and see what Classy made. Because I know I got that inventory. I know what Classy made 6 months ago. I went out and bought it. I know what Classy made 8 months ago is still in my shed. Let me go back and look at that like it's the very first time I've looked at it. And let me make that. You know what I mean? Because what we're seeing today and tomorrow, we're going to run out and buy it and make that. We're not going to make what we were going to make 6 months ago. I buy what I know I can afford and use as far as containers, etc. I see others use. Are y'all hitting the like button? I can't see because I'd have to refresh and I would lose everything that y'all said. But I hope y'all are hitting the like buttons for me. Donna said, not horse manure and cut basketball. I know, y'all, that was a crazy, but you know my point. You're going to want to try it. You're going to want to try it if I say it works. $20 budget here, Carol said. Never in a Million, Lord. Yes, KOK said. Great job. We're at 201 thumbs up. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. Never in a Million said the cakes ain't got no boxes. They're going to have to start putting cakes in Kroger bags. Oh, girl, you are hilarious, but so true. So true. How I show something, LBE shows something, Rachel shows something, Never in a Million shows something. Try to go back and get it. It's sold out. It's sold out because everybody's got to get it. Everybody's got to get what you got. Everybody, like Rachel said. Sabrina said, oh my God, I needed to hear this tonight. I feel so good when I'm out shopping, but when I get home and look around, it's depressing. Absolutely, it's depressing. It absolutely is. And you don't want this to start stealing your joy. I promise you, you do not. Let me see. Princess of Penny Pension said, after you get off live, I'm going to post my video, Miss Donna, on my organized room. Good for you. Alicia is laughing at Never in a Million. Penny Pension said, yes, definitely did like this live. We need it, y'all. We need it, and we need to take heed to it. Okay, we really, really do. Yvonne said, never to me, and she's laughing. Greenleaf Printing and Design says, Maria, I did not know things were really this serious. I do not go out and purchase a lot of things I see on lives. I have not purchased not one cake box. I pray for every. Oh, baby, it's this bad. Oh, I can assure you it's this bad. KOK said, still classy. This is your best live. It might not be my best live, KOK. I appreciate that, but I think it is a well-needed live. I honestly do. And the point is we all agree with it in the moment, but how quick do we forget, right? How quick do we forget? It's going to take prayer and dedication. Prayer helped me, y'all. I'm going to tell you, uh, because I don't know who all in here, believes in prayer and who doesn't. I do. If I lose a couple of subscribers because I say that, I'm so sorry. But prayer helped me through it. Okay. When I start knowing that I've got, and ain't no way in the world, if I'm sitting here saying, God, please help me, give me the strength not to go to this store today. Lord God, put something else in my mind right now to get me to do, to keep me out this store. I talk to him like I'm talking to y'all, and if I'm saying it and I'm meaning it, he's going to help me. But you got to mean it, y'all. Pick up the phone and call each other. Call me. A lot of y'all got my number. If you ain't got my number, you got my email, you know. Contact somebody. Most everybody in here's got a little circle that they deal with each other. You got a little circle. Almost all of us do, I'm sure. You got somebody in here that you talk to. You got somebody in here, if you don't do nothing but share halls with. You got somebody in here that every time you know that there's something good, you're going to share it with them. Those same people you can help, or them same people can help you. We can start amongst ourselves with each other. And when I say encouraging, all that's part of encouraging. Okay. I think about how our customers probably think all our gift baskets have basically the same items. Well, I don't know about that. I don't think a lot of customers really frequent a whole lot of basket makers. You know what I mean? So I don't know how much customers really pay attention to stuff like that. We do. We notice. We know what we've got and what each other's got. I don't know if customers that aren't on the community or in the community, how well they notice stuff like that. They're just stopping at the very first person that they see. I don't have a whole lot of people around me like you leave from me and you go right up the road, there's another one, and right up the road and there's another one. It's not like that around here. So we don't have that problem, I don't think, where they're saying, "Oh, Joe blow up the road." I don't have that issue around here. But of course, most of us do have. You are preaching to my church, Loretta said. We all needed to hear this intervention. I'm so glad. But not that you needed to hear it, but that you're receiving it. I got them damn cake boxes. We all did, Bonnie, and they're beautiful. Don't get me wrong. They are beautiful. That was just one of many examples. We're going to sell the heck out of them. We are, but that's just one example of if somebody shows something, we got to get out and do it. And don't let it be pretty, because of course, if it's pretty, we really got to. Still classy. It is great you are putting out the knowledge. Well, thank you, baby. I know it sounds like I'm just pounding, but as you see with the comments coming in, it's widespread. Okay, it's not just a few; it's widespread. Crafty said, "Never in a million can make a plastic bottle sell with all those ribbons and stuff. Love you, never in a million." Miss V said, not necessarily we're in different. Yeah, right. We're in different. Yes, we are. I don't have that issue around here. Thanks, Classy, for this conversation. It is truly helping me. I'm so glad, Donna. Mia said, okay, it's offering time because she's preaching tonight. That's right, y'all. Likes is in the way of the offering. Just hit the like button. Alicia said, I craft because I enjoy it. It's my therapy. Never have I ever thought I would have a small stockpile. I'm good. And yes, I ordered the cake boxes. I hear you. LaDom said, still classy in chat. I'm going to restart my 501 3 nonprofit organization, and I'm looking for a way to incorporate this basket making business with it. Any suggestions? Oh gosh, I just lost you. Is anybody in here dealing with any kind of nonprofit or whatever? Let me see, and a way to incorporate the basket making business. Anyone have any suggestions on that? KOK said it's helping people far beyond the basket community. This may be the start of something better for some basket makers. And hopefully, y'all won't leave me out here, hanging me out here to dry, as they say. Maybe everybody can kind of start, encouraging that in their lives and their videos, where it's, a cool thing to back off a little, that it's okay to do that, we should encourage each other to maybe, back off a little, because it is a positive thing, y'all. It's a positive thing. The only room that doesn't have inventory in it is my bathroom. And sometimes it does get overwhelming. Absolutely, darling. Let me see. My first time catching your live, and I'm glad it was this one. Oh, I'm so glad, darling. I'm so glad. It's a wonder the first one didn't scare you off. I promise you, they're not normally like this. Anybody that's been in here knows it's not normally like this. This is not what I do on my lives. I promise you. Normally, I'm showing you exactly how to make beautiful concepts and inexpensive ways to do it. And it's just sometimes we buy too much. And y'all will too, if you become part of the community and get caught up in what we're talking about. Bourbon said, I tell you what, if the economy keeps going in the direction it's going, and it will for a while, that will be enough to break some shopping habits. I know. Lord, I know. Lady True said, the customers pay attention in my city. There is someone on every... Oh, really? Yeah, it's not like that here. Wow. Okay, where... I don't know where I was just at. I don't know where I was at. Prayer is the key to everything. If anyone doesn't know that, what can we say? I pray over these baskets. I pray over my shop, and I ask the Holy Spirit to lead me, guide me where I need to go and what I need to buy. Absolutely. Margaret said, bought them cake boxes, ain't used them yet, Exactly. Exactly. I've made 2 baby shower gifts for both of my cousins with the cake boxes. I call them push gifts. It's items they can use when they're in the hospital. Wonderful. Loretta said, no cake boxes for me. All right. Baskets and Beyond said, ladies, we cannot let this inventory take over our lives. Say it again. We all love hauls, but ask yourself, do I really need that? Shopping is an addiction, just like any other addiction. It absolutely is. And there's 200 people in the room right now. And I believe probably a lot of us know exactly where I'm coming from. And hopefully most of you are not offended at all, by what we're talking about. Because if you haven't encountered it, you probably will at one time or another. Maybe not to the extent of what some of us do. Like my limits hasn't gotten as bad as others. I've refused. I will not go out and pay for a shed, whatever you call it, storage unit. I have one shed in my backyard. I will not get another shed. I will not. I have a 2-car garage. One garage is for one of my vehicles. I will not take that vehicle out of my garage. I will not. Now, did I build shelves around my car? Did I build shelves all up and down the wall in the second garage where my car is parked? I absolutely did. I've got the shelves with the bins that slide right in, really nice and neat. But my car is in that garage, and my car will not be parked outside. And I mean that. I do have certain things that I did stick with, and I have stuck with it. If I can't get it in whatever I have at my house right now, then I won't get it, because I'm not going beyond any more than what I already have. And now I'm at the top of what I said that I would use, and I've had to stop now. because there's nowhere else to put it except for in my shed. And I've got a lot of stuff I do need to get out of there that is not basket related. That back when I was younger, I did a lot of decorating for Christmas, for Halloween, for everything. I decorated. If it was a holiday, I decorated. And the same way that I buy for my gifts, I bought for my decorating. Okay. So normally a shopper that shops is a shopper that shops. Okay. If it's not one thing, it's something else. So now granted, that was all I did was decorate. And that was my only hobby or my only pastime, was buying things to decorate in my yard and in my windows and all of that. And now I don't do a lot of that. So I need to get rid of some of that. And that will open up more space, you know, for some more things. But I won't go beyond where I'm at right now. And everybody needs to give themselves a limit that I will not go beyond this. You've probably already gone beyond where you wanted to go beyond, but don't go beyond that at least, you know, and then get back down to where you wanted to be. Start downsizing and using your inventory and get back down to where you wanted to be. Says commit your actions to the Lord and he will establish your plans. I even use this verse and write out my thing to do list. Very good. Miss V said it's right on time, still classy, especially being the beginning of the year. Yep. Maria said, now that I'm working, I'm able to buy creams, lotions, body washes, purses, wallets, and more core items. Just be careful, Maria. T3 said, I don't have the funds to keep getting inventory. Okay. That I'm not going to say that can be a blessing in disguise, but it can be. What I do pray before walking into a store, Lord, help me find only what you want me to have. Yep. KOK said, that will especially help the newbies so that they can hopefully prevent these pitfalls. I hope so, KOK. I hope so. But a lot of times, you know, it starts happening. It happens so slowly. That's the thing. It starts so slowly that you don't realize that it's happening. Okay. It just happens so slowly, and it's just so fun, and it's just so exciting, because a lot of people that come into the community don't know about the clearance deals. They don't know about clearance shopping. It's new to them. It's fun. It's exciting. How did I not know about all of this? You know what I mean? Oh my God, I've been paying full price. You know, so it starts slowly, and then you just get so excited that, you know, you're at every sale. So yeah, but it starts slowly. And then before you know it, it's just, you're overwhelmed. LBE and those vases almost got me the other day. I had to say, now, you know, you don't need those vases, right? I have plenty using what I have. Yep. Well, that's what we got to do, y'all. Talk to ourselves. Talk to yourselves. When there ain't nobody else around and you know good and well you don't need that, talk to yourself. Tell yourself that. Now you know you don't need that. Get up and walk out to your shed and take a look. Get up, walk in that bedroom and look. When you start feeling like you need to do something. That's what I did. When I really put my foot down and said I'm stopping for a while, all I did was just keep looking around. Just keep looking around. Walk out to my shed. Figure out where I'm going to put this. Figure out where I'm going to put that. That's all I had to do. You'll have to check with your city, county, or state. There must be answering somebody's question. S. Marie said, Tanya, each location is different, so you'll have to research. Thank y'all, because I'm sure I missed a lot of people's comments because I didn't push it back down. I needed this. Annie Mitchell said that she needed it. Princess J said, still classy, you're speaking facts tonight. Self-control is the best. It really is. Not easy, but the best. Linda said, yes, I do know classy. My family tells me all the time that I'm addicted. They're right, but I love it. Listening to you, I will get better. Thank you. I'm so happy to hear that. Guys, if me talking tonight doesn't help but one person, if it doesn't help but one person, it was worth it to me. Okay. Margaret said, I love those mannequins that are made out of the trash bins. Yep, that's what you had messaged me about. Um, out of the trash bins. I could sell those so quick, but not this year. I've got too much other stuff I need to get made. That's right. Time is moving too fast. Never Million said, the thing is, it's fun to use a small stockpile because it means you can constantly shop. Right? Right. If you get to that point where you really have limited, I don't buy no more than this, then great. You still can shop. I have to shop each season. I only have the 2 shelves you guys see in the video. It gets bare and I refill. Well, baby, you've refilled on this last week. Between your surprise ball socks and Bath and Body Works, them shelves is full, never in a million. Let me see them shelves from them last 2 hauls. You are back to full capacity there, darling. Okay said, that's true. Yep, even if it affected one person. Amen. Repeat after me. I will not go back. I will not go back. We will all go back, but I will not go back until I get my inventory down. And say that. I will not go back until I get my inventory down. I'm 30 away from Little Rock, and most of the stores are there. Glad they are. I used to take my lunch break if I need something. I don't go. Good. LaDom said, I knew you were a decorator by the way you create so lovely and naturally it shows. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, I do. I love, 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 love that. Creative living, those red and green bears. Alicia said, last week I did need to go to Little Rock and grab my 3 items. Came right back home. Alicia said, at Hobby Lobby. Margaret said, I've started leaving the Dollar General dot sales alone. I've got so much crap. Yep. Yeah, y'all, especially those pennies and 90%. We can really grab stuff we don't need on those. We can really grab stuff we don't need. I got yellow dot, and I did the same thing this year. I did the same thing. I had a bin full of yellow dot stuff. You know, those accessories, the little accessories, hair bows, and all the Dollar General accessories. Y'all know when that yellow dot came back around, I had my little behind right on back up in there, grabbing the stuff. I said, I ain't never buying this stuff no more. And I was right in here on this haul. Look at this. Look at what I got. Look at all this. Yep. Failed that test. What we all call a stockpile business teaches anything held over 2 years is a loss. That makes sense. God, y'all, the stuff that you would find, if you would just start using your inventory, stuff that you would be excited to find, stuff that you were excited to buy when you bought it, if you would just go out there and start using it. S. Marie said, great job on the likes, everyone. If you haven't hit the like button, there's still time for your thumbs up. Thank you, S. Marie. This live is a very good, and I appreciate it so much. Lawanzira said, thank you, baby. I'm so glad. LA Gift said, I'm in Canada, so I don't have access to stores like Dollar General or Rose's, but I try to take the amazing ideas that I see on all your videos and use what I have. That's what you should do. That's what you should do. Use what we're showing as inspiration to go out into your own inventory and pull something out. No, it doesn't have to be exact. Absolutely, it does not. But let it encourage you to go into your inventory and find something. I had did that once before, y'all. I had challenged everybody to go out. If y'all remember, it's in one of my lives a year or so ago, where I challenged everybody to go out into their sheds and into their inventory and pull out things that you have just been keeping put back and bring it out and make concepts with it, you know, and brag about it. Look, y'all, this is stuff I went in my shed and found. And look what I'm making. Oh, and like I told you, and then everybody else is going to be, I've got some of that somewhere. I've got that somewhere, because you do. We all do. I got some of that somewhere. And then that's going to make you want to go in there and find it. Hopefully you won't go out and buy another one. but you'll go back and find what you have. I'm just going to say this, and I'm not speaking for LBE, Never in a Million says, but she sells gifts daily. We can't shop like her at all. And she doesn't shop like us. Truth be known, Never in a Million. She sells, her and Felicia shop and they sell. They have orders. They sell. They don't shop like us. LBE would tell you quick. She ain't got the space for it. And she don't do it. That woman who does sell more than us does not shop like us. Okay? What y'all see her go out and buy, she turns around and puts it in a basket. Okay? Now, she may have some things that go out, but she's got one small little shed, and she uses her bedroom from her mom's house. She don't shop like us. So that ought to tell you something. It's somebody that sells more than us and don't buy a fraction of what we buy, something ain't mathing. Okay? Something ain't mathing. Let me see. You helping me. I really need to stop. Good, Loretta. Crafty said, me either, Never in a Million. Rochelle said, hey, still classy in chat. I'll catch the replay. All right, sweetheart. True statement, Never in a Million. Baskets and Beyond says, Creative Couture said, the convo helped us a lot. I sure hope so, y'all. Just don't let it help you tonight and then fall right back into it again, y'all. Challenge yourself. Give yourself a time limit, to stay out the stores for a little bit. Give yourself a time limit and stick to it. I make them trash bin dressmakers for events and sell them. Yeah, they're so pretty. I'll not go back until I get my inventory down. Good for you, Alicia. Miss V is laughing. Loretta said, me either, Never in a Million. I can't shop like LBE. I just watch from a distance. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, y'all seeing LBE buy them 500 roses, and y'all are thinking she shops like that. I can assure you, I talk to LBE on a regular. LBE does not shop like us. I'm telling you, she does not. Yes, she bought them 500 roses, but she's fixing to put out a bunch of bouquets, dozen roses here, 2 dozen there. But all this other crap that we're getting, she's not getting that crap. I'm telling you. Hey, still classing everyone. We'll go back and watch. All right, Peggy. That's our proclamation. Okay. I bypass the halls to avoid running out shopping. Yep, I've started that. Bourbon said, in the rare case I find penny items, I donate them to food banks and shelters. The food insecure really do appreciate the food and items. The unhoused are so appreciative. Absolutely. Absolutely. Nunda's Baskets and Bundles. It's still classy. I'm going to stop shopping as of right now. Praise God. Praise God. I agree with you, Never in a Million, because Boss Lady Fee and LBE are operating full-time businesses while a lot of us have other employment besides gift baskets. Absolutely. Absolutely. 225 likes, y'all. Thanks so much, she said. Yes, thank y'all. Never in a Million said, right, Boss Lady Fee has positioned herself as the largest gift designer in her area. It makes sense for her to haul that much. Exactly. We're having church tonight. This preaching is good and very much needed. Thank you, Still Classy. You're welcome, darling. Chrissy said, my entire house is full. Living room, kitchen, guest room, entire basement, and a 14 by 24 shed. So many of us. So many of us. And so many that would never admit it. But so many of us. Robbie, that is a very thoughtful thing to do, to think of the homeless. It absolutely is. LBE says it all the time, that she doesn't shop a lot. She doesn't. She does not. Lady True said, plus LBE has realtors, churches, communities. That's right. And she doesn't need to shop like this. So that ought to tell you something. Christy's Crafts and Gift Basket said, amen. I have started telling myself no. Use what you have. Thank you for this. Absolutely. You're welcome. Never in a Million says, my comment wasn't to say LBE shops frivolously. Oh, I know that. I know that. I just meant that my frequency. Oh, I know what you meant. Everybody in here knows that. I just flipped it around saying exactly your point taken. And she does sell like that. And she doesn't even shop like us. So imagine. Your point was well taken. Absolutely. So yes, ma'am, y'all. So anyway, now that we've talked about that, and like everybody said, it was needed. Um, I hope that if y'all wanted these, if you needed these window bags or these sleeves, that you get them. If you do not, then do not. Okay. But look, this is the kind of stuff that Felicia had shown. Remember when she had pulled out these Dollar General things here, y'all? These things that we've got sitting around, at least some of us do. If you've got some of the flowers that can work, great. If not, take them out and put the ones that you have in them. But just, she took, y'all remember these little packs of things for 25 cents and they come with several of them? Did y'all see that video where Boss Lady Fee took these and you just put them on a skewer, y'all, this or anything, and you just stick them down into a flower arrangement. I think Boss Lady Fee, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, I think she put something like that and maybe even a hand sanitizer, y'all. And that thing was so pretty. So if you've got any of these containers, if you've got flowers that you can take out of some and put in the others to make it be more pretty, do that. Take you a little skewer, put you whatever you've got in your inventory, y'all. It does not have to be this. Look, I stuck a Dove cream, okay? Just anything on a skewer in any of these little flower arrangements that you've got. Stick you a balloon back here. And just that quick, you can, well, I got to secure that balloon. Y'all, I hate these balloons here. The ones that use like this, unless y'all got a secret to it, I struggle with these, y'all. I even put my little ones on the big Bobo things because they work so much better for me. But anyway, you take whatever you've got in your inventory and stick them in these little Dollar General things, put your little flowers in them, whatever it is. And you can set them right out there on your table. And go back and look at Felicia's. I tried to find it so I could tell you what it was called, but I don't remember. But anyway, she took just some Dollar General things. She moved her flowers around and got them pretty and just started putting things on skewers and sticking them in there. And I know we've been doing this forever, y'all, but I'm just trying to let you know, don't go out and buy nothing. Use even something down this. Put you a hand sanitizer. Put you whatever and stick them in these flowers, y'all, and get you a bouquet. You can put them, like I said, she's putting hers out, I think, just like that on her table. You can put them in bags. This was with another Dollar General container and just putting the roses that we all have. I showed you doing it in a wine bag. Just put a tumbler in it. We've all got the tumblers. We've all got, most of us have the flowers. Just y'all, come on. We've got enough stuff, but just do things with what you've got. I've got so many of these little Dollar General vases around here. Like I think I took some of these out of this to put in one of the other things that I have. And now with this vase here, I can take any of these roses, put 2 or 3 of them right inside there. And I've got another concept. That's why it's not bad to get these things, y'all, when we can get them for 90% off or a penny. The fact is, we just need to use them. Use them before we get more. That's all. LBE, you just coming in, girl. I needed you in here an awful long time ago. An awful long time ago. I hope you were in the bushes so you know what most of this was about. Yeah, you late. You missed it, baby. I needed you in here with me. You would have been in my peanut gallery for sure. Let me see. Anita said, I love the gift with those roses with that chocolate sticking out of it. And the little bear is so darling and cute and so simple. And we've all got that stuff. We've all got it. LB said, hey, Classy in chat. Hey, sweetheart. We were just talking about you too. And if you have a Cricut machine, I've got a Cricut machine, Alicia, and don't even know how to use it still to this day. There are some lives I've watched, and it's mentioned that some have the machine and never used it. That's me. When I get mine, I went to YouTube University. Yep. Hey, LBE, God bless you, Alicia said. Yep, you're late. I needed you. Benita said, still classy. That is what I've been doing during your live stream. I had several Dollar General vases for 25 cents. I've just revamped them. Wonderful. She said, they look beautiful. Absolutely. Nothing. You didn't do anything. You'll have to go back and watch LBE. That's all I can say, because we've been, I should say I've been preaching, but a lot of people been listening about overbuying LBE, about overbuying. I hardly go to the Dollar General anymore. Bonnie is laughing. Alicia said, LBE, you missed it. The advice you gave us to use what we have. Still classy, just preached. LBE said, I added the link to Felicia's video above. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. I need to I'll go back and have to look at that myself. But y'all, she just took them little things and stuck them little things in there with skewers. Anything you happen to have. And like I say, when you go to watch hers, if you ain't got it, don't buy it. But anything, y'all got these little skewers with your candy in it, stick them in there or whatever. They're really, really cute when you add them into a thing. LBE, I also told them, in case you weren't in here for that, these stems that come on our Lifelike flowers fit perfectly in these candy holders. You don't have to use a wooden skewer. If you clamped off any of those at all, they work. They fit perfectly for our little candies. So that's another something we ain't got to buy or use up our skewers for. But anyway, but that's another thing with the Dollar General flowers. Just get you some that's really pretty. Take out the bad ones and add them, whatever you need to do. And like I said, if you've got the wine bags, because a lot of us do, when LBE had showed them before and we all ran out and grabbed them, and we've got tumblers. There's you a rose thing right there. Make some of the candy balloon sticks. And y'all, we've got the stuff. We've got the stuff. And if you don't, come up with something else that you do have. LBE said, just added it again. Okay, great. Benita said, I used Boss Lady's video. Yes. She inspired me for sure. I'm going to go back and watch it again. She came in time. The doors of the church are open. Yes. Rachel said, that's what I always use is the flower stems. Really? I just did it by accident today. I clipped one off and had lost my skew that I had out. And I said, shoot, where is that skew? And I reached down and picked up one of them green stems and stuck it in there. And I'd be dang if it didn't fit perfectly. I said, well, look at God. Let me see. Rachel said, I saved them just for that. How about that? Great minds, Rachel. Let me see. Gloria's Crafted said, she retracted. You was asking something about the tumbler. But anyway, y'all, that is really about it. I really did just try to come on to show y'all about these sleeves, the rose sleeves, which I really do love, y'all. Now that's not going to take up much space by any means in your inventory, are these sleeves, and they add a lot for Valentine's Day. I'm not telling you to go out and buy them. Please know that. I'm just saying they're not going to be as horrible as some other things we could go out and get. They are really, really pretty at Valentine's Day. I can say they're cheaper on Temu than they are on Amazon. But if you don't have the sleeves and you have the wine bags, use your wine bags. If you ain't got the sleeves, you ain't got the wine bag, but you got window bags, use your window bags. You ain't got no window bags, just use the arrangement and put them out there just like that. There's all kind of things that you can do with what you got without buying anything. Now, we're not saying you're never going to buy anything. That's not what we're saying. You understood exactly what we meant. Alicia said 228 thumbs up. Excellent. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Not if you get the plain sleeves. They are cheaper. Yeah, somebody else said that. Somebody else had said they got 150 sleeves for like 14 bucks or something like that. See, I didn't get the plain ones. The plain ones are probably very, very pretty as well. I just like the ones that said love. I used these last year. I used them for Valentine's Day and I used them for Mother's Day. The ones that say love. But absolutely, if you're on a budget and you're trying to knock out something, they've got the are they clear, LBE? LBE said she got the versatile sleeves because I need to use them all year. Yeah. Yeah, and I used the loved ones. I used the loved ones for Mother's Day and I used them for Valentine's Day. And they sold just like they did on Mother's Day for Valentine's Day. Because who don't love their mom? You know what I mean? They grabbed them. They grabbed them. But yeah, whatever is going to work in your budget, for your budget, what you've got, what you need them for. But y'all, only thing I'm saying is let's just start backing off some. For those of you that do have an abundance of inventory, we don't have to catch everything. We don't have to show that we got everything. And believe it or not, that is an issue for some people. Not all people, but there are some people that want to buy so they can show that they got it. You know, look, I got it too. You know what I mean? Oh, I got it. Look. Oh, I'm gonna show you my haul. And that's all still part of the cycle. You know, so be careful of that as well. We don't even know that. We don't even realize that when we're doing it, you know, that we can't wait to show somebody that we got it too, you know, but it's just as cool to be able to get on there and say, guess what, y'all? I skipped that last haul. That's more of an accomplishment than going out and finding it. I promise you. T3 said there was 150 for $14.99. Let me see. Crafty Granny said from Amazon, LBE. LBE said, oh, that's what y'all are talking about. Yep. A lot of it was LBE. Chrissy said, this just reminded me of all those penny water bottles I have collecting dust. I've been wanting to make up those beautiful lollipops for the children. I'm going to put the candy that I bought in those. There you go. Carol said, do you have a link, LBE? For the sleeves, the ones that are $14.99 for the 150. Excuse me. But anyway, y'all, hopefully I will look out for my community post. LBE said, okay. LBE said she'll put it in her community post. Okay. And LBE, any of your flowers that are still available, they went looking in your community post and they said they didn't see it. I told them it was probably under your comments in your video. But if you could put those, if there are any still available, under your community post as well. Let me see. T3 said she posted it on her channel community part, she thinks. Okay. Y'all can check out T3's as well. And LB said, okay. She'll check and see if any of the roses are available and move that over to the community post as well. Okay, guys. Y'all know my throat is parched. Okay. But hopefully, like I said, even if everybody doesn't go cold turkey like I did, at least if you make a start. Okay. Make a start. You'll feel better about yourself. I promise you, you will. You'll feel better about yourself. You'll feel better about your home when you start seeing your home. Because, see, I ain't even gotten to that point yet. I haven't been shopping now in several weeks already. Um, and I ain't seeing no difference. That's how long it's going to take me to start getting this inventory down. I'm not even seeing a difference yet, but I'm seeing a difference knowing I'm not bringing in more stuff, wondering where I'm going to put it. At least I'm seeing that much of a difference. LBE is laughing. I'm not seeing a difference yet, but I ain't got nothing else I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put. Great live stream. It really helped me. I'm so glad, baby. Anita said thumbs up. Yes, and if y'all have not subscribed before you leave out, please do. I promise you I don't preach on every weeknight. I really don't. I really am normally just showing stuff. But sometimes we need it, y'all. Andrea said, good night, everyone. Blessings. Be safe and well. You as well. Thank y'all for hanging with me, y'all, and listening to this broken record. Thank you, Classy. Great night. Thank you, baby. And thank y'all for hanging with me. I look forward to seeing y'all next Saturday, hopefully. Those gifts are beautiful, Classy. Thanks, LBE. I appreciate that. You're welcome, LBE. S. Bloom said, thank. Aren't you proud of me, LBE? Aren't you proud? Forgot I didn't even show you. Aren't you proud of me? The person that don't know how to do flowers. And didn't those turn out really cute? I thought they turned out cute. Just sticking them flowers in a tumbler or sticking them in the Dollar General vases. Yeah, I knew you'd be proud of me. Anyway, let me see. Enjoyed your life. Thanks, Alicia. Good night, Triple M. Thank you for the hearts, Sedona. Great live. Bonnie said, thank y'all so much. You're so welcome, everybody. Good night, y'all. And until next Saturday, guys, be safe. Encourage each other. Y'all know what I mean by that now. Encourage each other and ourselves. Linda said, yes, you have really talked tonight. Go get some water. Yes, ma'am. Or something wet. But it was well worth it. Hope you get to feeling better. Take care. Stay safe. Good night, everyone. Good night to you, baby doll. Alicia said, my pink polka dot and red polka dot cello arrived yesterday. Yay! Great show for tonight and have a great holiday weekend. Yes, yes, all of you do as well. Good night, Creative Living. Greenleaf said, good night, sweetheart. Good night, Crystal. Alicia said, be encouraged. Most of all, be blessed. May God bless everyone with sweet rest on your pillows. Absolutely. All right, guys. I love you bunches. Thank you, Sedona. And until next Saturday, guys, be safe. And stay out those people's stores. Good night, everybody.